Yes. Yes, I am gonna try this game out. Um, it was requested by multiple people. And by multiple, I mean like 2 or 3. I don't like dating sims. But I think I'm probably going to be more okay with this one than other ones. So I hope it'll be at least funny. It's also just a little quiet. Turn that up a little bit. Anyway, hi everyone. Hi Bonzi. Hi LB. Welcome to whatever the fuck this is gonna be. Yeah, I don't really know what a good intro for this will be, other than I don't like dating sims. I don't know anything about it really. I know the developers of this game made the KFC dating sim, so I'm expecting more comedy, probably more references to Dead by Daylight than anything, and maybe some cute moments with any of these killers, rather than socially manipulating a numbers game in the background so you can have sex with a cute girl to make her like you, which is the general conceit of a lot of dating sims. So looking forward to that, sort of. Yeah, let's just go, I guess. Oh yeah, they absolutely did. I kind of want the Spirit outfit in this game in the actual game. Like, give her a big fucking hat, why not? People are into that. Oh, did I just drown and wake up on the shore? Yep. Just immediately. Oh, I'm gonna have to read everything. So you wake up on the beach, soaking wet, salt water stinging the inside of your throat as if you nearly drowned. Water falls from your mouth as you open it to gasp for air. This is already very sensual. You have no memory how you got here. In fact, you only remember your own name, but not where you came from, or a single fact about your life. You do know is, despite the outrageous beauty of the landscape around you, you feel incredibly sick to your stomach. It's the Arcana game. Don't you also played Kotaro Sojo, I think? The one with all the where every waifu is disabled in some way? Because you made me play it with you, like right next to you as it happened. We played that for like 2 hours and nothing happened, but like that is an experience with dating sims that I think you need to bring up. Trying to lie to the people. Wow, I really went down the wrong pipe. Oh man, wrong pipe, huh? You need a minute, or can I go on? So I can give you a minute. We got plenty of time, endless time, really. An eternity if you catch my drift. Thank you, Ocean. Oh, not now, Ocean. I'm just thinking Mako Tsunami. Oh fuck. It's like I'm not a freaky fish guy, okay? May I continue? Please go on. And then, as I was as I was saying, look down at your feet, ankle deep in the crystal blue water of a newly arrived wave. I'm not a freaky fish guy. Why don't you talk to me, Ocean? I feel like the Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged series is just going to be an absolute treasure trove of sound alerts for me now that I'm reminded of it. As the water recedes back into the ocean, it reveals a grotesque discovery. A head. Decomposing face stares up at you from beneath the sand. All you can do is vomit. A stream of dark bile, bugs, worms, and other ick. Questions race through your mind. Where are you? How did you get here? Who is behind this incredibly charming, well-spoken voice in your head? However, answers don't come easy. Your mind is completely blank. What will you do? What would I do? It's my head, really, yeah. I'm just a body. I mean, that kind of stuff probably wouldn't faze me. I don't think I'd run. So I wouldn't close my eyes either. But we're gonna have to dig up that face, because this is a Dead by Daylight dating sim. Let's dig it up. Whose is it? Is it mine? Brains? We're gonna stand away from the half-buried human head embedded in the ground before you. Oh, I got a coin. There's no body, it's just a head. You pick it up, flakes of skin fall to the ground, the jaw falls open, revealing a golden coin seeing the rotting tongue of this poor dead soul. Get your hands dirty, I see. I like that. You're a take charge type. You examine the gold coin briefly, happily distracted from what has otherwise been an extremely confusing morning. Sun beats down on you, drying your clothes. You check your pockets, but they're empty. Plenty of room for a gold coin, you suppose, and so you deposit it. Why, that's a nice coin you've got there. What if you were to spend it right now? Why not? Hello there, I'm Dwight. And I'm Claudette, oh my god. They did some things to Claudette. We'll take that. Cookie relieves you of your gold coin and tosses it to Dwight, who bites down on it like an old-timey prospector before handing it back to her. And this is for you. Claudette presents you with a tropical drink. You take a sip, you find that it's incredible. Money well spent in your estimation. I gotta ask, could somebody maybe design the next one of these dating sims to be all-inclusive? Really take some of the fun out of the fantasy vacation to be watching your wallet the entire time. Thank them for the drink. It's quite delicious. I did say so myself. You're welcome. Did someone just thank us? Go that Dwight. It's normal to be thanked for doing a good job. Trust me on this one. Your mind doesn't have a chance to linger any longer on your current situation as you feel something soft bump into your foot. Wilson! You look down, you find a volleyball sitting in the sand there next to you. You stare down, frozen. A voice calls out from behind you. Oh no. A little help, please. Oh, jeez. Turn around and when you see what's waiting for you, your jaw just about hits the ground. Oh my god. These beautiful, beautiful people. Is that a legitimate question about Wilson? I'm not doing voices. There's no way you're gonna make me do voices. If you're gonna make me do voices, I'm quitting right now. Not a voice actor, not into it, not trained. They wouldn't be good. I wouldn't have fun. 4 gorgeous monsters stand halfway between you and a well-tended volleyball court. Each of them oozes with undead energy, a magical aura reaching out and penetrating you via your eyes. We might get that slippery meat joke. Your heart begins to race. Curiosity, fear, desire. You can't help but stare at these casually dressed. Let's call them killers. I don't know, not to be judgmental, but that's the energy they put out here. So many competing feelings rush through your mind at once that you're completely paralyzed. Hello? There are weird days, and then there's this. All you can do is look down at the ball and back up at the monstrous lineup of, well, literal monsters. Sexy-ass monsters, though. What do you do? Say no thanks. Toss it back. Bend down and grab the ball. It's warm from sitting in the sand on this beautiful day. When you give the ball a toss, it arcs beautifully through the air and lands right in Huntress's hands. Not bad, stranger. Huntress's muscles ripple as she grips it in her hand. You look up and down and consider what it might be like to be held tightly in these strong arms. Warm, perhaps, maybe a little sweaty, but that's okay, it's natural. Try hard much, play. Speaking directly to you, but you still can't bring yourself to reply. You're entranced. You snap out of it, you realize that everyone has gone back to the volleyball court. Alone again, you look across the beach at these strange residents who casually bat a volleyball back and forth, happily ignoring your intrusions into their private beach. Should you be frightened? Worried? Excited? I did refer to them as killers, not to give too much away. But at the same time, damn, they're looking very appealing in their own way, and nobody so much as lifted a blood-soaked finger in your direction. Don't be scared, Opplinger, you were made for this. I'm gonna disagree, Ocean. Well, geez, if the spooky Ocean voice says not to be scared, I'm sure it's all going to work out. No good reason not to, you decide to head over and see what happens next. Now we start our adventure. Oh god, this is already a thing. Seems like you've derailed the volleyball game just by showing up. You derailed the game just by showing up. I am kind of enjoying the writing, though. And I guess you're also a nitwit. Look, it's best just to go with what Trapper says when he says it. That's a policy I hold for pretty much anyone who always seems to have fresh blood on their hands. You don't worry about it. It's all just a game. Existence, that is. Besides, you seem a lot more interesting than a silly game. What's your deal? What brings you here? You mean they're here to do more than distract from my total domination? Deep. That was Rafe. Sai means he was done with the game too. Either that or he saw a butterfly or something. Look, I don't care why this slack-jawed moron is here. Just want to know, can I kill them or not? You know you can't. At least not yet. Oh yeah, not yet. You know, you might want to, you know, say something. Actually, never mind. There'll be plenty of time for that soon enough. Right now, this group has some questions for you. Oh no. Be warned, answer quickly and answer well. Oh no. This is a timed quiz. It'll be very important later. Oh no. Very important. Oh no. Or not important in any way whatsoever. Probably that one. I can't remember. Oh no. How attractive would you say you are? Would I say I am? I'm worried about how I'm going to answer now. Average? Pretty average, I think. There's another face in the crowd. Another normal, meaningless life in an endless cycle. It's not timed at all. They were joking. I think you're quite cute. Myself, like a chipmunk or a grizzly bear. Those are two very different things, Huntress. If you could have any superpower, what would it be? Oh, absolutely flight. Heck yeah. Flight for sure. Technically, I suppose I can fly, honestly. Honestly, it's not like, it's not what it's cracked up to be. As far as I go, I'm still not where I want to be. What was your best subject in school? History. Out of those three, yeah. Nice, it's important to know where you came from, what came before, so that you're not doomed to repeat humanity's mistakes. I mean, we will anyways, but still. What's your favorite animal? Cat. Definitely a cat. What? Why is everyone looking at me? Is it because I'm the typical cute goth girl? I have some specific love for all things cats, and more specifically black cats? Well, I do, but you can all go to hell anyway. What's your favorite color? Blue. Blue! Blue isn't good for productivity. It makes people want to be lazy. It's your dream job. Oh, fuck. My dream job? I mean, being an astronaut would be pretty great. Too much work, though. Not working at all. If we could just do what we really want, why work at all? Takes a lot of courage to break free from society's expectations to climb the ladder. Only she could spin laziness into some kind of grand crusade, these damn millennials. Best flavor of ice cream? Shit. Not chocolate. For me, anyway. Horse flesh? Could you even make horse flesh into ice cream? Like, what would that process seems like it would be a little weird. Right? Like, would you have to, like, blend it into a syrup first? Like they do with bananas? But then you'd still use like a cream base, so like that would just be kind of a salty umami kind of ice cream. Okay, kind of like a rich, Meaty ice cream. Would it also have like horse flesh like chunks in it? Thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. I'm gonna go with no. But that could be interesting. That wouldn't be my favorite, but that could be interesting. I'm boring. My favorite flavor is pain. Same here. Mine is vanilla swirled with pain. I think mint chip is the greatest flavor ever conceived myself, but enough about ice cream. Am I right? Hold on a second. This reminds me. I am right, always. That's a lesson you should learn before we go too much further. Do what I say if you want to survive. Pick a mint chip. We're teaching lessons now, narrator. You rascal. Kill or be killed is the rule of this island, even for faceless voices. I mean, what is the best flavor of ice cream? I'm gonna go with vanilla. You got a reading comprehension problem. Told you mint chip is where it's at. You almost bought yourself a game over there, buddy. That's right. I get in your life whenever I want to. I'm in control, so don't you forget it. If I say you like mint chip, you like mint chip. Now try it again. Tell me what's the best flavor of ice cream. Fine. Best flavor is mint chip. So obedient. I think you're gonna do just fine. Can you imagine getting a game over in this? Just because you're like, I kind of like this boring flavor of ice cream. I am curious what would happen if I kept doing it, but I kind of want to keep going. So. Anywho, now that they know so much about you, I'm sure the group wants to start getting to know you. Know that I read that entirely wrong. I'm a trapper. I pretty much run things around here. I'm the smartest, richest, strongest person in the whole island. I don't like losers, and if you want to know what a loser is, say hello to Wraith. Hi, I'm Wraith. I'm nothing like everyone else. I like nice people and loathe big dumb idiots. Hey, what's up? I'm Spirit. I don't like most things. I don't really hate most things either. It's not worth my time, but the things I do hate, I really hate, you know? Based on my personal observation, life is nothing but suffering, and society is a carefully calculated lie to keep everyone subservient in those powers. It's better to choose just to not take part. Hashtag not all men. Jeez, it's like she was downright murdered by society. She hates it so much. Oh no, wait, I'm remembering Spirit's story now, and that's almost exactly what happened. Hey, I'm Huntress. Don't let these bummers get you down. There's lots of fun to be had on this island, along with lots of love. Can you please stop holding a hatchet at me? Like, it's a little menacing. Yeah, there is, if you know what I mean. Grow up. Grow a body. I've explained this 1,000 times. I'm dead, but I'm not a literal ghost. I just create a trail of fog. I'm not made of it. Whatever, fog body. That's not nice. He's not nice. You love it. Only sometimes. You really? That's disgusting. That's why she likes it. Don't speak for me. I also hate it. Stop speaking entirely, actually. First time ever I agree with Wraith. Let's move on, otherwise they'll do this all day. Besides, if I know this crew, and I do, they'll want to show off soon enough. If we're done playing, let's do something else instead. Wow, for once I actually agree with the meathead. They say we go to my yacht. It's the massive boat docked nearby. I'll give everyone a taste of true luxury and power. Wraith rolls his eyes. That's one of the voice lines the sound commands I forgot to tell you about yesterday. I have the seal saying egg. Wraith rolls his eyes.
We've had one, yes. What about second breakfast?
And that one I added yesterday. Don't mind him, he just hates fun and happiness. No, I hate the endless, desperate, soul-crushing pursuit of wealth, and why it's flaunted needlessly and the cruelty of it engenders. I'm gonna hang out by the pool. I find the water calming, simple, beautiful. Hey, what about our volleyball game? We can exercise and have some fun as a group. Oh, serious? There's a perfectly good lounge to chill out at right here. I'm tired, and besides, I hate being in the sun. That explains the big hat. Oh, where do we want to go? Alright, where do we want to go? Do we want to go to the yacht? Do we want to go hang out in the lounge? More volleyball? Beach stuff? I don't remember all the choices. I'd be more partial to the lounge as an idea, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Oh, we're gonna min-max it. That's what we're doing. Who wants what? So then we're gonna go for the lounge, I guess. Lounge was Spirit. Wraith was the pool. Whichever one of these was that. Then the yacht was Trapper. I think they might actually... They're not in order. And then Huntress was Volleyball. And Spirit was Lounge. And I'm just assuming that's the lounge, because that's where you'd put the bar, I'm assuming. I don't know. I've never been on vacation. Let's do it. Great to relax for a second at the lounge. I did just drown. Just saying, I don't know if I'd want to do anything exciting after just drowning. I remember having a conversation with someone right before I started streaming who was like, I'm not into this. I hope you don't have to play it multiple times. Just, I don't know, that... I feel like that's what happened. Keep your feet, look out over the ocean, relax on your own terms. If you want to do anything else, dry, comfortable, enjoying a cool drink on a hot day, it's the best. I mean, what kind of fool, what kind of monster, what kind of mask-wearing psychopath would finally be granted a break from the constant grind of chasing and fighting to get ahead, and then choose to exert themselves in, quite frankly, any way whatsoever? Why am I the only one who gets it? It's time to stop living by their rules. I won't do it any longer. Yeah, we should probably give her a second to calm down. Hold on. For just one moment. They're kind of, I feel, they give me like Team Rocket energy, like Claudette and Dwight here. This is Dwight and Claudette, our activities coordinators. They're also the cooks, waiters, bartenders, janitors, and every other job. They're the only help remaining on the island. This place we call Murderer's Island. Cue dramatic musical flourish. None of the others survived. Survived the interview process, I mean. Hence why we shall heretofore refer to them as survivors with a capital S. These two have worked here a long time. So very long. I don't actually know how long it's been. Sorry. Anyway, I should probably let Dwight and Claudette do their mandated jobs. They sure look happy, but they're vibrating with nervous energy, and that's starting to give me the creeps. You'll now escort the group to the venue of your choosing. However, in the future, we recommend waiting for us to present you with your options whenever possible, and don't just run off to various activities unsupervised. We don't have much autonomy around here. The least you can do is allow us to do our job. The most you can do is help us get off this island. Dwight! Yes, pardon me. Please follow us. A narrator? Yes, something I can help you with? Those two, Claudette and Dwight. Did you start to mention something about wanting to escape? Is escape an option? Should I be trying to escape? Escape them? No, oh, no. I think you're mistaken. Seems like Dwight was asking for help to get off the island, though. Oh, right, that. Yes, that's true. He was. But he just meant that he wants to get to the other vacation island getaway, a couple miles south of here. It has much fancier accommodations in this island. It's one of those big corporate outfits. Quite exclusive. Where all the famous celebrities hang out. Very luxurious. Doesn't quite have the charm this island has, though. Trust me, you wouldn't want to go there. All that money, that comes a lot of restrictions. This is where you belong. Now, off you go. It's time for an activity on this island. Your decisions matter, mostly, when I agree with them. Not like that other island. So, what'll it be? We're deciding again. Gonna make the same choice. Finally, freedom from the... If I finish this game within the stream, I will just start again. How about that? And we'll pick someone else. Someone else. I'll ask for more choices. If I could escape, maybe. Finally, freedom from the preposterous premise that the four of us would be engaged in some sort of thrilling 2-on-2 volleyball match. From beneath her gigantic sun hat, she takes a conspiratorial tone. I don't know whose idea of volleyball was in the first place, but I hate them. Tried to feign a sprained ankle, but everyone already knows that I technically float above the ground, so no one believed I was even putting any pressure on my joints in the first place. I tried to annoy everyone by not giving a crap. And when that didn't work, I tried whining. And then that didn't. And then when that didn't work, I threatened to kill every single person on the island. That sounds like me. I'll make an excuse, and then I'm just gonna whine. Person, but turns out I'm not the first to toss those kinds of threats around on this island. So thanks, I guess, for getting it called off.
Okay, fine, but I'm gonna complain the whole time.
Are we threatening to end each other again? Ha 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 ha. Now it's Dwight who takes on a conspiratorial tone, his eyes shifting as he slips into a loud whisper. Whipser? A loud whipser. Already got some typos. Please, please just make it quick. Is what you'll be saying when we get behind the bar to make you the drink of your dreams. Yeah, it is, because it's a lot of typing. I know. Anyways, right, Dwight? They're also famously very low budget. Yeah, right. So, what'll you be having? Well, I don't drink. Coming to a party, trying to make the best of a very strange situation. I don't know, how about a daiquiri? I know how to make that. But skip the liquor. I'll have mine virgin. Secrets at your choice of words. We're not dating Trapper. This fucking guy. Sure you will, kid. Don't mind him. We need to soak ourselves in booze just to please someone else's expectations. If you ask me, there's enough spirits here already. Besides, alcohol just numbs you to the painful realities of the world. Choose to face them head on. You never do something like, I don't know, hide from it all behind the world's largest hat or anything. Please allow me to ignore any fashion advice from a man wearing a doll's face as a mask. Not a doll's face, jerk. Since we've fulfilled your requests, time for you to return the favor. Should have known there was a catch. Icebreaker time. Swear, had I known they'd pull this kind of faux enthusiastic community building crap, I'd have suggested we attempt to walk to the lowest point of the ocean before I ever set foot near this bar. You don't think it'd be kind of fun? A little fun? Never mind. I hate it. This sucks. But it could be fine? Or whatever you say. Has anyone seen my hat? I've literally never seen him in a hat. If we must make small talk, at least I'm at least picking a topic before we end up being forced to do some lame improv game that nerds learned their non-sports after-school activities that I definitely never did because I'm not a nerd. Okay, Erica. Methinks a certain someone doth protest too much. Sitting here on this beautiful sunny afternoon, warm sand beneath the cool fog beneath my severed feet. The topic I choose is books. Novels, comics, fiction, or non, reading is the only real escape from the inescapable horror of life, the escape into your own mind. Groan rolls through the crowd. Not a lot of readers here, I'd imagine, based on that response. They're much more enthusiastic about drinking. Considering the situation we're in, it seems an appropriate time to ask you. Hopping on what's your desert island book, the one book you'd bring with you if you were, well, on an island like this. Oh, and it has to be classic horror for reasons that should be obvious. Which means because this is an island of horror villains. Also, those books are all in the public domain. Nothing too modern. Humanity has really gotten soft these past 100 years, so what's your favorite? I mean, out of the three, Frankenstein's pretty good, but I really like dissecting the narrative of Dracula a lot more. I think it's a lot more interesting for what humanity is scared of, especially at the time, and what that meant for how literature developed afterward. Dracula is one classic that's still scary. To be seduced by some beautiful stranger only to learn later on that they're an immortal villain. It's downright thrilling. Well, I guess. If I was gonna say that despite the deviant behavior of Dracula and the threat of possible danger or even death that he poses, you can't help but get turned on by the liberation from the status quo that he represents. Same here. So what if some old doctor says he's a bad boy? You're supposed to reek like garlic and sleep alone? Who do they think would buy into that? You're going to be trapped in a nightmare that is undead life eternal, which I know a little something about. You could do a lot worse than in great clothes, a castle, and a lover who doesn't take shit from anyone. The scariest part of Dracula is thinking that no one will ever be quite as interesting to make love to as a vampire. Of these old stories that belong to someone else. I think it's time to make up some new stories of our own. Before you know what's going on, Huntress is waving an empty vodka bottle in the air, a devilish twinkle in her half-mask covered eye. Mine is just something a little naughty. Let's all get in a circle and spin this bad boy. We got there. LB, we got there. Here he is. Here he is. He made it in. We'll just sit here for a little bit. I'll just sip my tea. Yep. Okay, great idea. Trickster isn't a bit late to introduce new characters. I was the only one who gets to make the rules, so I'm not sure who I'm asking. But I wasn't ready for this. Oh, and who is this new fan in the waiting? Beat it, hack. I don't know. What's the harm in inviting one more person to join this circle of for our game? Oh, I can't stay. I was just saying it's a great idea, while also teasing the secret trickster ending. The secret trickster ending. Oh no, don't have secret endings. Got much better things to do than to hang out here. I'm famous. Toodaloo. Oh no, I can't imagine the trickster saying Toodaloo. The rules are simple. First you spin, then you swap spit. That's it. But let's be clear, this ain't a peep show. We have a good time, but in a classy way. All makeouts will happen out of view of the public eye. Real romantic like. Yes, romance is the goal, so we'll be waiting here in complete silence trying to listen in and use our imaginations while you make out on the other side of the bar, but not watching. It's like, we're not gonna show you. Like, this isn't that kind of... Like adults, romantic, well-adjusted adults. I grip the bottle in my hand, apparently, and put your fate in the hands of the empty bottle gods. Minigames consist of 2 parts. On top, a pointer which rotates in a clockwise direction, and on the bottom, a target you're going to be pointing at. There is an upcoming minigame. This here upcoming minigame is a special minigame, perfect for the less coordinated because there's no winning or losing. Well, not technically. Wherever the pointer stops, that's your result. It's like a skill check. Suppose if it doesn't stop where you want it to, it's a bit like losing, but no one has to know if you don't tell them. Okay, ready to play, or would you like me to repeat that? Ready. Away we go. Spin the bottle and see who you're gonna smooch. Oh no. Alright, I'm gonna close my eyes, and I'm just gonna click whenever. And we'll just wherever the fates take us. Okay, and stop. Man, Trapper, really? You got Trapper, you two are meant to be. That's a little like losing, because I was just like, I don't think I want to go with Trapper. Like, to actually spin multiple times each year was like, oh, okay. First you get 3 times is your true match. That's how we play hardcore spin the bottle on this here island. Get your spin on. Oh, okay. Jeez. That's Huntress, okay. Spirit. Yeah, basically. It's pretty immediate, I'd imagine. That would be extra shitty though if it didn't. Oh, that was okay. I counted as Huntress. got Spirit twice. I haven't gotten Wraith yet. There we go. Oh, well, Huntress. Huntress is your true match. Just this morning, you were waking up on a strange beach, surrounded by strangers with murderous intent. Now you're looking across the beach, a beach towel at Huntress, lust in her eyes, sweat glistening on her skin. Your heart races, your pulse pounding in your ears. Huntress takes you by the hand, and you sit face to face at a private section of the bar. She begins to reach for you, putting her hands on your shoulders. You're sweating, but not in the sexy way she is. You're sweating in the gross way you'd sweat at an interview for a job you're not even remotely qualified for. You don't know what to do. If you try and lock lips in this state, you might gross her out so completely that she'll never be able to look at you romantically again. Huntress, I'm sorry, but I can't kiss you right now. What? You're relieved, but also maybe a little hurt? It's not you. Well, it is you, but in a good way. I think you're great. Maybe too great. I don't trust easily, and I'm afraid of what might mean to connect with you so early. It's not that I don't want to. I just don't think it's the right thing right now. I understand. Amazing, but also understand this. If you tell anyone I got so soft, I'll break you in half, okay? I'll tell you I almost chewed my whole face clean off. Oh, I like that. I hate to break up such a passionate moment that we only assume was passionate because we never spy on you, you constantly while you stay on this island. I feel like Huntress could probably just have like multiple melons in any sort of spot on her body, and she could probably find a way to break it. But dinner is being served right away, and we must insist that you join us. We wouldn't want anyone dying of starvation. And there are so many more interesting things to die from. Seems like the next activity is mealtime. How quaint. You're expecting what? Capture the flag? You know how complicated it is to run a game like that? Much more so than sitting and talking. You arrive at the cookout area to find an assortment of picnic tables scattered around. What were you expecting? Some kind of grand hall with a huge banquet table? This ain't some prestigious fantasy epic like you find on cable. Dwight and Colette usher you to your seat, but there's very limited seating directly around you. Oh great, terrific. It seems that everyone wants to sit next to you. Even better is that they don't want to sit next to certain other people either. Oh god. No one wants to sit next to Trevor. Meanwhile, he refuses to sit next to Wraith or Trickster. Who's back? And larger now. Oh yeah, Trickster is here. Surprise? Yeah, well, they don't call him Expected Stir. I'm sorry, even I get nervous around crowds of killers. My whole stick gets a little flustered. Hey there, you're looking good, Oppling. Real good. And we literally can't let Huntress and Trapper sit together. No, seriously, their arms are too big. They can't fit at the table if they sit side by side. Look at this. We can't even fit everyone on screen at the same time. You probably think this was an error, but it's not. It was completely intentional. Let that be a lesson to you. Every error you think you see is a choice. Got that? That's fucking true, though. Okay, Dwight and Claudette are directing traffic. You sit on one side, the rest of them will sit opposite you. Huntress and Trapper can sit at the ends with their enormous, sexy arms. Now that everyone's seated, we can begin dinner. Tonight's meal was prepared slowly and carefully with both love and hate for 12 hours over a spit. We hope you all enjoy. We really, really hope you do. Hey, you didn't actually tell us what you're serving. What are we eating? It's meat. I don't want to read into that, but I am. Seasoned with a specific number of special herbs and spices that we simply cannot divulge. My favorite. Meat is good. Oh god. That was the perfect time for that, because it's just like, meat is good, and then it happened. Meat is murder, which, you know, considering what you've been up to, who are you, who are you to get judgy now? I'm just sharing facts, and you need to murder something to eat its meat. So that's, like, technically true. Technically true is the best kind of true. Okay, enough yapping. Let's eat. Hey, Elfling, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Oh, probably not. It's gonna be a person on that spit, right? Or several parts of overlapping people, perhaps. I haven't seen many pigs wearing palm tree button-down prints, you know? When you look closely at the spit, you spot what definitely appears to be scraps of fabric sandwiched between some layers of meat. I think it might be sick. Is there anything else to eat? This took 12 hours. And we do literally everything on this island. Actually, there's one thing you're not doing today. You're not carving up this delectable meal. Oh, he's right for a change, because I am with my broad axe. The perfect tool for easily chopping anything in twain. First, who says twain? Sometimes I swear it's like from completely different historical eras. Second, I'll handle this with my cleaver. Fast, powerful, and clean. At least it's clean when the meat is cooked, no blood. You two and your ridiculous bicep swinging contest. Enough. Grow up. Obviously, my gorgeous katana is the only option. Obs. The hell it is. Oh, I'll show you both my katana and send you to actual hell if you'd like. Please stop, please. I hate it when we fight, or talk, or even when we look at each other in the eye. I can do it. I have the skull of Azarov. Great. Instead of slicing it up, you can club it to a second death. Hey, Elblinger, I know this isn't what you want to eat, but hurry up and volunteer to carve up Felix. I mean, dinner. Felix! We're eating Felix! Otherwise, this will go on for hours. No hyperbole. They once argued over who had the most effective weapon for 72 straight hours. It doesn't matter which one does it. When they're done, they will take even longer cleaning their weapon, all while explaining the value of maintaining your tools. Despite being a bunch of cold-blooded killers, for some reason they're always terrified of tetanus. Hey, why don't you just let me carve up dinner? Splendid idea. We'd hate for it to get cold. He hated when it got cold. Here's a machete, freshly sharpened. And we got another minigame. I'm literally doing a skill check now. And I'm not good at great skill checks, so... Whoops. I didn't actually mean to hit space by that time. No! I'm pretty bad at that. That's way... way faster than I expected it to be, too. It's pretty good. Like, see what you could do with a less clumsy weapon. Yeah, I said it. Machetes are dumb. Dinner is finally served. For real. Sounds, especially coming from the mask killers while they eat, which involves lifting their mask and shoving food up behind them, are nasty. It's like the grapefruit. This is where the slow-mo grapefruit would happen. Spirit, meanwhile, doesn't even eat. She's the only one who seems to be really embracing being dead. They're all dead, right? This is obviously hell. I mean... Come on, we're still trying to be mysterious here. You think mystery comes easy? Claudette and Dwight aren't the only ones who've been working their asses. That's the sound of the huntress eating meat. Claudette and Dwight aren't the only ones who've been working their asses off to make this night perfect. Well, at least they're lifting their mask. This is only 99% as disgusting as it could be if they just tried to match stuff through there. Spirit, why aren't you hungry? Two best things about being dead is not having to eat. That's only one thing. Think about it, Opplinger. Number 2 is no number 2. One less thing to think about in the end. Wow. No one yet, Z? I'm not really sure. Even if I wanted to eat, I have no idea what it would actually follow. We're talking about the spirit pooping now, though. You might have noticed, but I'm mostly just a bunch of dismembered body parts floating in a spectral form. See how deep this cut in my abdomen is? I don't think my digestive tract connects anymore. Between the food and the behavior of the group, this might be the worst meal in history. But even worse, they're all staring at you. You're not eating. They don't like that. Not into Trapper so much. That's the only one I've rolled out. I think they want an explanation. What do you want to tell them? I mean, I know it's Felix apparently. That's the joke. I could distract him, but they won't buy it. We're just gonna go with I'm sorry. They've been nice to me so far. Food or the company, just super self-conscious of how I look when I eat. I was just pretending to be grossed out by dinner, so I had an excuse not to chew in front of everyone. Sorry if that made things awkward. I'm actually extremely hungry. Yeah, watching people eat is gross, but try to relax and not worry what everyone thinks. It's so important to always remember people are watching you, judging you, definitely not ignoring you, right? I love that this line comes from Wraith. Like, really. Just it's important to always remember people are watching you, judging you, definitely not ignoring you, right? Guys, is anyone listening to me? The writing of this game has been really good, Z. The jokes are pretty good. There's a lot of fourth wall breaking stuff. And they definitely do a good job of making things funny, and having this being like everyone ignoring the Wraith is really good. I like it. So that's where we're at, really. We're not that far in. We did the spin the bottle thing. We got Huntress. Yeah. Typically a group that includes one, if not more, cannibals staring at you with meat juice dripping from their chins would be quite scary. However, right now, you're barely able to keep your head up, let alone get scared and run away. I'm a narrator, not a physician, so please don't take this as medical advice, but I'm pretty sure you need to eat to stay alive. But we got Huntress with the spin the bottle game. We went to the lounge first, and she didn't kiss me. And then we talked about how she could probably break watermelons on literally any part of her body. Oh, hey, it's me again. Friend, mentor, and guide, narrator to the narrator, the Ocean. Why don't you speak to me, Ocean? I can't deal with the Ocean after spending literal, like, almost a decade or more making fun of Mako Tsunami from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge series. What you feel about that characterization, but I'll allow it. I brought you here, and I might be the only one who can help you now. There's only one thing you must do to survive. You have to figure out why you're really here. No one can tell you unless you follow the right path, or at least a right path. There's too many of those to count. Hopefully you pick at least one of them, because there are even more wrong paths. Many of them lead to your demise, others lead to something even worse. Starting scene's over and having to fast forward back to where you were, am I right? For this place holds many secrets, even from itself, but the only one that truly matters can only be learned if you answer the most important question. Why are you here? Why are you here? Answer that, and you'll learn the truth. The ultimate truth. Vague, mysterious. I gotta give it up to this Ocean character. That's some quality early game storytelling. Hold on, I'm back. One more piece of advice. You've made many choices by now. Some of them I liked, some of them I did not. It is in your best interest to make more choices that I like. Oh, okay. Sure thing, Ocean. Wake up to find Spirit holding your limp body, gingerly pouring cool water into your mouth. Don't you just love the ocean at night? I do. Staring out over the vast darkness of the ocean really validates the feelings inside me that we're all truly insignificant and the only thing worth pursuing is revenge. I have to wonder, how could anyone believe anything else? We look out into the darkness of night and ponder her question. Well, it's a simple question. How could they? How could anyone not feel small and alone in the face of such massive nothingness? I mean, this is a dating sim. We kind of have to. Lately, I'm not so sure. Starting to feel different. So to actually think that maybe this island is where I might meet someone special. You look at the spirit who's this whole fucking thing. You look at spirit who has turned from the ocean to look at you while you speak on this topic she's clearly so passionate about. Friend, perhaps something more. I don't know. I don't know what's this island has planned for me. A friend? Friends are just cowards who seek comfort in numbers. I had friends once, back before I was chopped into a bunch of pieces by my father. Friends aren't what's keeping me held together. I am floating in a cloud of rage. I was so dumb, so busy trying to please everyone and be the perfect student, the perfect employee, the perfect daughter. I didn't care for myself, and now I'm all I've got. Worst of all, I got distracted from my true purpose, my destiny. Purpose that was sitting inside me my whole life. Okay, so this might sound a bit silly, but Spirit looks around to see if anyone else is on the beach. When she's convinced that it's only you two, she continues. There's a dragon that lives inside me. I've always known, but I tried to ignore it. When I couldn't ignore it, I tried to push it down. I'm so stupid. You're not stupid, that sounds badass. Right? But I didn't let it out, and then I, chop chop, and now that dragon is pretty much a one-track revenge beast. But enough about me. What's inside of you, stranger? Well, definitely not going nothing but darkness. That sounds gross. A lot of fire. No dragon, just fire. A raging inferno, in fact. Begging to burn this whole place down if I let. Maybe I am the dragon. Sorry, but you're no dragon. And breathing fire, that's some hobbit-type nonsense. A descendant of proud samurai. Our dragons are on a whole other level. Like there was only room for one dragon inside Spirit after all. Oh my god. These things are really heating up. You hear a flurry of footsteps behind you, and you quickly spin around, ready to fend off whatever new danger has popped up on this strange island. Only to find that it's Dwight and Claudette sprinting across the beach, clipboards in hand, which they're waving in the air above their heads. It's very important that we stick to the itinerary and attend each event as scheduled. Playing sick for cute flirt points was not part of this evening's activities. It's strictly slotted for after campfire story time. This rate will be late. Playing sick? No, no time for excuses. Well, there is, but that's scheduled for after what comes after the flirting. Go, 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 go. As everyone is gathered at the fire pit, Dwight and Claudette quickly make an announcement. We're not going to blame anyone in particular, but someone, and we're not going to say who, so don't worry, you hasn't been sticking to the schedule. That means that we're behind on time for this evening's activities, and only have time for one person to share their special spooky nighttime story. Just one story? Story time's my favorite activity. This is a narrative-heavy experience. You're telling us that only one person gets to share? How will we decide who? Oh great, we have to decide as a group? This never goes well. Whoever did this, step up now. I swear, I won't be angry. I'll merely chop your head clean off. No fuss, no muss. Please, trembling, you realize this is probably it for you, but you embrace your fate. Sorry, everyone. I think they're talking about me. To be honest, I still don't understand how this whole scheduling things work. I guess I lost track of time while I was passed out. Been there before, even though it's taking some pressure off me, which is an absolute dream come true. Is it really fair to pick on the newbie? Seriously, has anything ever happened on schedule, even once? Damn it, Donald, if you try to flex that authority gimmick one more time, so help me, I'll snap your head off so quick, and I'll drown you in his blood, Cynthia. Fuss and muss are back on. You two know I love to hack, slash, and slice. We all know you love to kill. It's almost all you talk about. Nobody named any names. Who even knows any names? Not us. I renounce my name. Who's Donald? Who's Dwight? Who even knows anymore? Call me nobody. His name changes to nobody. We're still gonna get started on story time, so Ollier, who do you think should go? Oh damn it, that's a name. Please pick someone quickly so that this tropical vacation doesn't turn into a blood. Oh no. I love that it's in the Perk Diamond. Whose story do I want to hear? I don't know. Are we gonna like min-max this and try to make as many choices as possible to get a specific person? Do you think that's best, or do you think there's a way I can juggle this to get a bunch of scenes for all different killers and then get one at the end? I don't know how this dating sim works, but those are two possible ways. Damn. I feel like Playing the game 4 times. Be a little ridiculous. I don't know, I'm obviously not going to do that because I don't really care about Trapper all that much. Yeah, that was pretty quick to that. All right, Spirit it is. Fine. I mean, I kind of leaning towards Spirit anyway. Whoa, this entire experience is being carefully crafted to avoid an IP infringement lawsuit. Let's be careful with the catchphrases, will you? I completely didn't read my line. Really? You want to hear from me? Spirit huffs and dramatically rolls her eyes as she gets to her feet in front of the campfire. It's the hat, it really is. Don't let her talk you out of it. She's great with ghost stories. I don't know where she gets it, but she comes up with the scariest stuff. Seriously disturbing. I choose you, Spirit? Oh, okay. Seriously disturbing, even to me, and I literally pulled the guy's skull and spine out from my bare hands. Talk about bullshit stories. If everyone else is going to chit-chat, I guess we could just sit down and... Huntress's eyes go red behind her mask, and both Trapper and Wraith take their seat. They know when it's worth fighting and when it's not. Ahem. Well, I hate to break it to you, but tonight's story isn't scary. It's a romance. Oh, God. Too late now, though. I was selected, and so I'm going to tell my story. I call it The Prisoner's Kiss. Notice that Huntress and Wraith are both sharing a giant tub of popcorn. Nobody offered you popcorn. It's a dark summer night. Warm rain seeped from the sky like blood from an old wound. Detective Hada, a celebrated investigator, Hada, whatever, a celebrated investigator, renowned hostage negotiator, was called to the scene of a strange occurrence, unlike anything she'd ever seen before. When she arrived, the scene was chaotic. Crowds had begun to gather. A dozen other officers were doing everything they could to keep curious onlookers away. But how could anyone resist wanting to know more? For there, in the middle of the busy market, had appeared a giant box, strange, alien in its appearance, and massive in size. No one knew how it got there. Was it delivered? Built on site? In such a busy area, how could something like that just appear? A mystery. It's as if conjured by magic. But it was no illusion. The huge box was very real, and someone was trapped inside. Spirit pauses her story to look from face to face of each audience member. She has no expression, but you feel her vibrating with energy. She's in her element. Help me, cried someone inside the box. It was a man, terrified, trapped, imprisoned, his voice trembling. But that was if every detective in the city was there, looking at this strange structure up and down, inspecting it on every side. It didn't make sense. There was no doors, no windows, no fasteners or seams. It was completely solid, very much too heavy to move by hand. Solid, that is, except for a single small slit, just enough to see the bloodshot eyes of the prisoner trapped inside. I don't know what happened. I woke up and here I was. I'm so scared. Please help me, cried the man, as if pleading for his life. No stranger to tense situations, Detective Hada comforted the man. She used her training to calm him and buy him time for other investigators. However, time did not bring clarity, only anxiety, as the night dragged on with no progress opening the box. As the night grew longer, the seeping rain puddling on the ground, the man inside grew more desperate, more sad and lonely, more pathetic, and in need of help. But Detective Hada was no help at all. Powerless to save him, guilt began to weigh on her like it never had before. Don't let me die in here, the man begged. Don't let me die alone. Stay calm, instructed Detective Hada. You're not alone. I'm here. Hell, half the town is here. We're all in this together, and we won't let this be the end of your story. Looking through the narrowest of passageways, Detective Hada watched her own reflection in the tear-filled eyes of the strange, sad prisoner. Together, they both wept in silence at the hopelessness of the moment. Promise? Promise? Asked the man. Promise that I'm not alone? Yes, she promised. I do. A simple pledge. She felt an instant connection like she'd never felt before. Not to her family, not to her friends, not to any other hostages she'd ever worked so hard to free before. And so, when the man's eyes closed and backed away, it didn't scare Detective Hada, for she knew he would return. And he did, pressing his lips up to the narrow slit in this horrible puzzle box, repeating his question again, steam flowing from his mouth as he asked, Promise? Promise that I'm not alone? Yes, she promised. I do. And pressing her palms against the cold outside of the box, without truly knowing why, Detective Hada leaned forward and placed her own lips up to the opening, letting her breath creep into this strange structure, allowing her warm lips to fall onto this man's. It was a gentle kiss, a moment of compassion. She could feel in this brief contact that the beating of her heart, pulsing blood through every inch of her body, matched beat for beat with his soft touch. Thank you, said the man, no trace of fear remaining in his voice, and he backed away into the darkness, disappearing in a single moment of eerie calmness. Get back, yelled an officer, suddenly thrusting himself between Detective Hata and the box, breaking a silence that would soon be filled with a cacophony of whirring gears and clicking latches, a symphony of mechanical activity happening all at once. Something had triggered, as if an unseen lever pulled, and the side of the giant box began to slide open. Detective Hata gripped her flashlight tightly and pushed forward into the foggy interior of the giant box. Her feet splashed in the puddled rainwater, her heart racing, as she swept her light from side to side. And that's when her eyes landed on the man, or at least landed on what should have been him. There, in the corner of the box, was a pile of pieces, like parts of a doll, almost pulled apart, or perhaps just how Detective Hata had to think of him in that moment to survive. A collection of segments, limbs, pieces, disconnected from one another, cleanly severed and placed in a neat little pile. And atop that pile, a head, cold, pale, eyes open, lips an icy blue. Spirit stares at the fire, her own expression lifeless, her lips blue, tears fall from her chin and soak into the sand at her feet. You're blown away by the story, and it's safe to say that you're not alone. Everyone else is looking into the fire and up at the sky, anywhere but its spirit. It was you who chose her and who initiated this harrowing tale, so sad, so creepy, so sensual. She really went into great detail when it came to describing that kiss. Too much detail, and now no one is sure how to act. Dwight and Claudette are staring daggers at you. You have to do something. This game is supposed to be a lighthearted romp. Please, I said do something. Cool story. Stand up and try to start one of those slow claps. Oh my god, they're really good at making you really understand which choice is the good choice to get what you want. What are the rewind features like in this game? Because I mentioned it, but I don't remember... I don't see those kind of controls. There's saves? Okay. Because, like, I'm okay with fucking around later, but I'd want to know, like, where that stuff's going. But I know cool story is not the right option if we're going for spirit, and I have a feeling one of the slow claps is also not the right option. Yeah, and I can't do that with a dialogue choice in front of me. I have to do it, like, probably during trial run. Is that... Did I just get an achievement for running out the 2-hour refund timer? Oh, no. Okay. Maybe. It hasn't been 2 hours yet, has it? No, it's only been an hour. That would be so funny. Stand without saying anything, approach Spirit, reaching your arms around her for a hug. Her robe, hovering in the air, begins to wrap itself around you and squeeze you into her. It's kind of like being hugged back, but also like being tied up. It's certainly not what you expected. Tinkly, you pull yourself away, but it's an awkward movement and you nearly fall over into the fire. Spirit says nothing and floats away without so much as goodbye. You, meanwhile, realize everyone had just watched this truly strange interaction from the corners of their eyes. On that note, everyone decides it's time to take a break and split up for a little bit so they can all have a moment alone before bed. Leaves, and you're alone by the fire. The only thing you hear is the ocean slowly lapping against the shore. This is nice. True moment of peace and tranquility that lasts all of 7 seconds because Trickster shows up and he's blaring his latest song. I love the crowd cheering. There is so much Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge series like energy coming from this, and it's been so long, and not a lot of stuff like really hits that note for me. This is really nailing it. Like every time Duke Devlin's on screen, it's playing like "Sexy Back" from Justin Timberlake. Like that joke, like that. I feel like they would do that with Trickster. Hey baby, you look lonely. Mind if I join you? He doesn't wait for an answer. I know you've been hearing from these guppies all day, but I want you to hear something from a big fish like me. Something special those in charge of this island don't want you to hear. I'm the ultimate catch on this island, the only lobster in an ocean of sardines. No one can give you what I can. You just have to find me. Come find me, baby. Trickster leaves. Trickster leaves. You're a bit confused about what to make of his cryptic clues, but you aren't going to get any time to yourself to think about him just yet. Spirit approaches you. Just grapefruit every time we see. Just grapefruit every time we see Trickster. It's fucking. Sorry, I'm picturing it like a like you know when you die, when you get hooked for the third time in Dead by Daylight, having that whole animation where they just kind of fade out and get pulled into the sky, just that, but like little, just on his nipples. just his fucking nipples. Oh man. Actually, F, how it played in my head. You remember when Sniper was telling us, when we had that whole thing where, like, you know, oh, you ain't got no any nipples or whatever from that stand-up comedian? Reading in that same voice. Oh, the engineer took his fucking nipples. Not fucking. Oh, jeez. Okay. Anyway, I have to fucking read. You know, I was watching you while I told my story. I could tell it was having an effect on you. This fog that follows me around, I could feel you breathing heavily, taking me. Sorry, Zoe's yelling out in the living room now, so it's like... Zoe, are you also concerned about the nipples? They were taken. Miss Zoe. I don't think she's coming toward me. Yeah. She wants to play, but I was obviously a little busy. Let me see if I can do it. Zoe, you just fucking sitting there yelling? Hi, Zoe. She's sitting right outside my door, toy at her feet, just screaming. She's in my room now. I just shut the door. She's just standing right by the door, though. So if you played with her at all, she'd probably go. Hey, Zoe. The nipples are okay. You know, because they were taken by the entity, what happens is they'll end up in another trial, and it's... That would be really... No, he's just a stack of nipples. For that. Anyway, taking me in. That's what we're doing. We're breathing in the spirit. You and I are both absolutely flabbergasted at that piece of information. Legit, you learn something new every day, even when you're a god. I mean, a narrator. You're doing it again right now. You need to calm down. You should come to the hot tub with me. It's been like a day. I've drowned. I almost kissed the Huntress. Dipping in hot tubs with the spirit, you've come a long way, and it's like, thank you, ocean, thank you. I feel validated by the ocean. I'm not saying you shouldn't follow her. An offer like that. Just don't forget our little talk. You and your storyteller friend slip into the water. It's just the right temperature for an evening dip. Plus, if some jealous shark comes along and manages to jump from the ocean into the pool, you're also pretty sure your killer companion could handle it. So to be totally clear, even though that story bore some similarities to my life, it was not actually about me in any way, shape, or form. Not symbolically, not metaphorically, not any otherically. I believe you, completely. Sure, you were cut into pieces in your life, so was the person in the story. Perfectly normal coincidence. Sure, you're on this island, trapped, one might say, in a most puzzling place. Also a completely regular coincidence. And sure, his lips were blue. Your lips are blue. Really? You'd call this blue? Searching for answers, hoping to find revenge. Okay, so the similarities stop there, I guess. Coincidences. Sorry, the coincidences. Gets through your head, whoever you are. Samurai blood runs through my veins. Or, well, maybe it is coagulated by now. No need to sweat the details. Regardless, I'm a descendant of noble warriors. Thousands of years of training with bladed weapons preceded my entrance into this world. You know how many swords that is? A lot. You've got to figure... that with that many sharp edges, a person is bound to get disconnected from a body part here and there. The truth is, I wouldn't typically share this, so don't go blabbing about it. I dreamt that story, like watching a movie in my sleep. When I was just a young girl, years before my father sunk his blade into my skin, I've never been able to shake it. It's a very adult story for a child to dream. You believe me? I mean, why would I not? Dreams are fucking weird. Anyway, it's met, but yes, I do believe you. The way you told that story, it clearly came from someplace deep. Fool! Who told you to trust a stranger? It's not really a trust thing. Like, when you go, I had this real fucked up dream. Absolutely. Were you playing too hard? Or did she just like... Did you get too close? Try to trust a stranger. You get hurt if you don't learn to take better care of yourself. Now you've got me wondering, do I believe you if you believe her or not? And if I know everything, because trust me, I do not know everything. I do know everything. Don't I already know the answer to this? And if I know everything, because trust me, I do know everything. Don't I already know the answer to my own question about it if I believe your answer to Spirit's question? Whoa. Ocean Air got me tripping. Oh, yeah, you deserved it. Sorry, I didn't mean to distract us both. What's important is that a certain corpsey cutie floating in a cloud of magical mist might still be waiting for you to say the right thing and free her from her puzzle box. If you believe that she is the... Damn it, got me going again. Unfortunately, before you can follow this conundrum what will surely be a mind-numbing cycle of new questions, you find a certain someone standing before you with a fresh towel ready to dry you off. Sorry, kids, but it's time for bed. I'd be the youngest one here, but I'm no kid. I do, however, love being wrapped up in fresh, clean towel. My mother used to help me wash my hair when I was young. She'd comb out all the tangles and tie a ribbon around it before sitting... Her add-ons, she's got a comb and a ribbon. That's pretty funny. References! I miss her. You watch as Spirit stares off into the distance, her hand gripping into a tight fist. She doesn't notice you're watching her at first. She's catching you looking, she turns away, roughly grabs a towel from Dwight, and then pushes him and Claudette aside as she floats off. You head over to the campfire. The heat is comforting on this chilly night. Looking into the crackling embers, you think about Spirit's story about the prisoner in the puzzle box. If you manage to escape this place, you leave with your life, or has it already been taken from you, and it's just a matter of time until you make a gruesome discovery. You can dwell too much on your fate. Claudette and Dwight arrive. Their now familiar, creepy smile stretching from ear to ear. It's a bit menacing to see smile like that. Okay, I also just want to mention the fact that we don't trust Claudette and Dwight. Very good. Because people that play Claudette and Dwight, I also don't trust. There's a lot of people that play Claudette and Dwight that aren't good. So I like that they're kind of like the good guy, bad guy feeling here. Good, I like it. You think they're on your side, but they're definitely not. Something like that by the firelight. Just apologize for the accommodations. We're prepared for another guest. We're going to make you comfortable or die trying. Hand over a pillow and blanket and welcome you to snuggle up by the fire. Perhaps some music will put you at ease. Try to keep the volume to a minimum. Our other guests aren't the types who you'll want to rob of their beauty sleep. Away we go. As you relax, look into the fire, the radio begins to fuzz and flicker. You examine it and decide that you might adjust the dial to fix it. Oh, geez. You're gonna have to... Okay. I'm playing a dating sim. You're gonna have to clarify that language a lot. Like, are you thinking, like, cannibalism or, like, sexy eating? Both? Man, that's an adventure I don't think I want to have with anyone. I'd like to keep my flesh attached, thank you. Yeah, you know, once the biting starts, suddenly you just start biting too hard because you're really into it. Yeah, no, I understand. I understand. I don't know what this game means.
Alright, let's talk about our community. For us, it means two major things. First of all, the community is you out there. It's you you and everybody else either playing the game or talking about the game or creating content related.
Is this from a Dead by Daylight live stream?
By the game to write music or to make outfits. It's everybody that's part of what makes.
Like, I don't watch their dev streams,
amazing,
but it has that same audio quality as like a stream would have.
It means groups of people who interact on every single possible social platform in person. It means people who play together. It's even the people who play by themselves and never talk to anybody. So it's important for us to be able to break it down and figure
But also the answer would be Claudette.
who
By the
is
way.
part of the community and how do we listen to them? How do we get close enough?
I'm a cishet dude. Why would I not? Why would I go for Dwight first?
What makes them excited? What worries them? All of this. We need to know about that. So the other part of community for us is the community team. It's our team that we built. Obviously, this was a very small thing. 4 years ago, it was pretty much just Dave and Ash and I.
I know what you were really asking, Ed.
Trying to
I
sort
know.
through every single forum, which we couldn't do.
It wasn't that.
Today, where we have a team of, I think, over than 50 people internally, some people sitting at their desks in the office.
It's definitely a dev. I'm gonna click if it skips it, whatever. But that's really funny. Oh, I can just listen more and turn it off.
The different, pools of people around the world, and then
I'm curious about what all the other choices would have been if they were even choices.
people who are doing this out of the goodness of their heart. We have people that are part of the mods team, the community management team. It's a
Okay.
big machine because.
But that was definitely, that does sound like a dev live stream audio. But it could be the dev commentary for the game itself too. Maybe not the best station to listen to for sleeping. The chase music would be really funny. I actually think these might be... I want to say trailer tracks or something. But obviously they could also just be like new, because I didn't watch all the trailers. Is it the same if I pick the same station? Yeah, okay. I wonder if there's a... I mean, I'm sure people already have a lot of information on like what each of these stations are. I'd be interested in knowing, actually. Like what these tracks are from. Because Dead by Daylight doesn't really use a lot of music, so it's not like music in the game. And it can't be main menu music, because main menu music is always chock full of Deus Irae. Irae, because it starts with an I. So I wonder if it's like trailer tracks or something. This one's just perfect. And then 96 was the commentary?
Let's talk about our
Yeah.
community. For us,
I
it means
nailed
having
the
two
special
major-
one, I feel like. If it's all like original music though, that'd be really cool, actually. That's pretty cool. This song, besides being the Dead by Daylight theme, really hits me like Sonic Adventure 2 era, like music from like GameCube music kind of stuff, where they're trying to be like, oh, I want to do like more real music. It just ends up being like weird butt rock. That's really funny. What is the band that does that did all the Sonic music? Was it like Crush 42, Crush 41? No, that's not 41. It wouldn't be 41. That's a different band entirely. It's Crush something. Crush number, if I remember right. How many things you listen to? You still can't sleep? So I'd ask one of the killers to spend a little more time with you until you sleep. Would you like to summon to your side as you lay by the fire? I mean, look, if we're just gonna go hard into Spirit at this point. It's happening. It happened already. It's who I was going for anyway, but it happened anyway. Spirit around as one of you get a little company. Tells you her secret for falling asleep when she's feeling restless. I like to listen to flute music. Dab on some essential oils and steam my pores. Really? What? Even the dead like to relax. I don't really have any of those things around. Oh, the special comb and the ribbon. So that presents you with a unique item. It's a small comb carved from bamboo. Guess you could hold on to this. It was a gift from my mother. I will want it back, though. And if you lose it, well, you'll get your revenge on me. It's the last thing I do. Jeez. You finally start to feel sleepy, except maybe this isn't really a sleepy feeling. Maybe you're paralyzed. You try to keep your eyes open, but you can't. Darkness overtakes you. The dark voice from earlier speaks to you again. It shouldn't still be as spooky, but now you've had a whole day of strange voices in your head. This one's still undeniably odd. The human body is made up of 60% water. Do you know that? Of course you did. Everyone knows that. Even amnesiac video game protagonists. Well, guess what? Drink as much as you like. You'll never get to 100%. You hear me? Don't think I don't see what you're up to. You wake suddenly and see someone looming over you. Grapper is sitting beside you, sketching a portrait. Oh, you're awake. Play with the spirit right before bedtime. You should know they're not what they seem. Not like me, who's obviously completely honest and trustworthy. I was out checking to make sure you weren't sleeping near one of my... Actually, never mind. Just be careful where you sit. But, since I'm here, I'd like to share two things with you. One, I do not take rejection well. Two, the first thing is very important to remember. Are you drawing me? Trapper doesn't answer. You aren't drawing stink lines rating 8 out for me, are you? Still nothing from Trapper. Look, I'm not an easy guy to get along with, but I'm an easy guy to spend time with. That makes sense if you choose to spend time with me tomorrow. The rest of the scum live like rats. They wouldn't know how a good time bit him on the ass. I mean that literally. Point is, if you select me, you're in for a day of luxury, extravagance, and fun. Yes, I said fun. And if I don't pick you, remember what I said earlier, or it might be the last thing you ever forget. But hey, you look tired. Get some rest. Sleep. Maybe even sleep well if you can. Just trying to roll over to the about 15 feet to your left. Am I alone for real this time? Maybe. You drift off to sleep again. Hopefully you're not poisoned. Let's see. Wait a second. Where are we? This isn't... Oh, geez. It is. It's one of those reality show confessional rooms where all the contestants talk directly to camera. Oh my god. I think today went really went well. These were some of my first interactions with someone who isn't a parent that didn't end in bloodshed or untimely perishing of my Russian god. Sorry, I'm gonna read that again. I think today went really well. These were some of my first interactions with someone who isn't a parent that didn't end in bloodshed or untimely perishing in my Russian cottage. So I'm counting today as a win, no matter what happens. What do I think of the newcomer? Do I have to say? Oh, I do? Okay. Attractive, mysterious. We don't know what that many other words since I was raised by my mom in the woods until she's skewered by an elk and I had to wash her entrails off my Seraphan. That being said, the other 3 should make sure to be on their guard. Oh my god. I don't know who this newcomer will want to spend time with tomorrow, but I for one will not let my guard down that easily. Who knows about the others? Wraith, I think, knows more than he's letting on about this place, but he's a hard nut to crack. Meanwhile, Spirit is just screaming all the time. Major buzzkill. Trapper. Ugh, where do I begin with Trapper? He's buff, sure, but daddy issues much? Sheesh. Look, I don't need anyone. I've been perfectly fine on my own since my mother died. I eat a fine diet of raw deer, bear, and human, and I'm fit as a fiddle. I mean, I guess she's not wrong. Like, she seems to be doing fine. That being said, something about this newcomer makes me think that I might be missing out on some huge part of this thing called life. Look, I'm always full of rage. The key is knowing how to control your rage so you can use it. I'm a master of self-control, and right now I'm using... That turned into a weird accent. And right now I'm using all my self-control all the self-control I can muster because today was a disaster. Let's just say I didn't love it. Haha, that was funny. Laugh. I said laugh, damn it. Anyway, I'm planning to kill this idiot. Don't tell them though. I want to leave them on a little more. It will make it that much better for me when they're screaming. I don't really care. This island is full of people who don't really like me, so what's one more? I don't want to get distracted from my plan anyways. I know that everyone thinks of me as a beautiful, cold-blooded monster. I can't help it. Circulation just isn't my thing. I don't choose to be cold. This cute hat and robe, okay? This cute hat and robe, okay? Those are a choice, okay? For sure. If someone were to come around and capture my heart, at least that beats being stabbed in it. Besides, I'm going to get bloody revenge on a society that has used me and threw me away. Maybe it wouldn't hurt to have a little help. Still alive. Is that just like not being dead immediately? You survived your first day. As far as accomplishments go, that's certainly one of them. Can you die in the first day? Your eyes, the sun is shining. Even if I slow clap, maybe. You open your eyes, the sun is shining, and a cloud in the sky, and you feel great. There's not a cloud in the sky. Not a single cloud. Absolutely no clouds in this sky, and you feel great. Great, totally well rested, with no cloud in the sky. You're not even suspicious of the fact that you fell asleep by the campfire and woke up several yards down the beach. Wait, are you on vacation? Was yesterday nothing more than a strange dream? No, not a dream. You really are here for another day. Why? I have no idea. You're obviously a weirdo. Speaking of weirdos, I see the rest of the gangs hanging out on the beach. This is definitely not a dream. I wouldn't rule out a nightmare just yet, though. At least they make for a sexy bunch, no? Hey, talk about sexy, here comes Trickster carrying coffee. Morning, beautiful. I thought you might like a nice cup of joe to start this incredible day off right. Nothing ominous about this coffee. Trickster seems suspiciously cheerful. Trickster seems suspiciously cheerful. I'm sure there's nothing nefarious behind his joyful demeanor, though. Everyone knows musicians are morning people. I want to wish you luck. Today is an important one. My only regret is that I won't be a bigger part of it. Budgeting issues. Also, I'm just swamped with engagements, especially on the other island. Winks at you. If you want to ask him how to reach the other island, now is the never mind, he left. Well, at least he brought you a cup of... No, wait, don't drink that. What the hell was that? They don't call him Trickster because he's good on a skateboard. He definitely didn't get that name because he brings people drinks so they can have a good morning. It's almost certainly not coffee, and I don't want anyone casually poisoning, imprisoning, and torturing you yet. It's supposed to be a tropical paradise, the type of place that gives you 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10, 2 thumbs up review to, not an eternal prison of pain. Please, make sure to leave a review. It really helps with the algorithms. Just trust me, I'm looking out for you. So can we please move on? Hey, wait a second. How did a possibly omniscient, possibly unreliable narrator physically just knock that coffee out of your hand? This is not Parliament. The floor does not recognize the ocean to speak out of turn at this moment. I need no recognition, for I am the ocean. I dominate the land. I submerge those who defy me and become their watery grave. Actually, speaking of graves, I would like to say something of grave importance. Fine, go ahead. Even if this place is an eternal prison of pain, and I'm not saying it is, even a place of extreme horror can still receive a 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10 thumbs up review. If it was crafted with love, and that's the type of thing you're into. You know, the ocean's right. A lot of hard work goes into a place like this. You should should really judge it on the artist's intent, and whenever possible, start from the mindset of giving them the benefit of the doubt. Constructing these elaborate simulations, vacations, is not easy to do. Sometimes there are small bugs or inconsistencies, but that's just the nature of the process. Perfection is overrated. The universe is filled with mysteries. We gotta celebrate those who venture to bear their souls as part of the creative process with the ultimate intent of making things for our enjoyment, not to be overly critical of them. Are you two trying to sell me on this place actually being good? Say it like that, especially after I saved you from that poorly made cup of coffee. Sorry, we should have been here 5 minutes ago. They always do this on the second morning. Sad, really. Even if they do make some great points. Oh, sure, they make great points. I agree. Can we please move on? Yes, of course. Apologies. The last few minutes aside, been enjoying your time here on the island. Yes, I'm not suspicious. There's no option. I mean, it has been entertaining, sure. How else could I describe my stay in this island besides really entertaining? Wow, 10 stars, here we come. Doesn't remind me to skip this section next time. Nope. We do need to ask you one more question, though. We all have to sign away our rights to say anything negative about this place. Would you please sign this non-disparagement agreement? No. No, I will not sign anything negative about this island. I will not say anything negative about it. You have my word that I, Opplinger, agree with the terms of... Oh my god. The illusion of choice! Excellent. Yes, yes. Opplinger, it's still totally cool if you have constructive feedback. The place to leave that is in the positive review, because we all know that nobody reads negative reviews of games or resorts like this. Anyway, I see Dwight and Colette have gone into a trance, and with the grumbling I hear from your belly, I can hear it mean only one thing. Breakfast. Which survivor are we eating this morning? Perfect timing. Everyone rolls into the dining area to lard up those sexy little bellies with pancakes and bacon, and so much for maintaining these beach bods. We're all half naked on tropical paradise. Can we get some strawberries here? A yogurt? Magic powers only get you so far. Even killers watch their sodium intake. Take your plate and sit down. Think about yesterday and the whirlwind of feelings you experienced. Danger, dread, disorientation. It was like going through puberty again, except all in one day in a beautiful and mysterious island. Looks like you're not the only one doing some introspection, though. Trapper stands up to talk about how his day went, in case anyone was wondering. Personally, I wasn't. Can't imagine you could make me any angrier today than you did yesterday, but I really hope you do. I really, really hope you do. Unrelated. Anyone see where I left my cleaver? Haha, just kidding. I always know where my cleaver is. Well, that was bizarre. Back to your breakfast. Nope. Now Huntress steps up to talk about her feelings. At this point, anything could happen. I'm open to all the possibilities that this strange island has in store. How open-minded. Oh well, that surely must be it. No one else would weirdly stand up during breakfast to... And just like that, here comes Spirit. Did everyone sleep well? I did. Or should I say I did not. I haven't slept in 20 years on account of the whole burning quest for my familial revenge thing. Last night was no different, so in that case, it was exactly how it should be. Got a lot of reading done, though. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going back to quietly resenting being trapped here with all of you, while looking cute doing so. Guessing Wraith has had enough time to work up the courage to speak in front of a group. Ah, perfect, there he is. Take us home, Wraith. Glad the introduction of Opplinger to our island paradise, and yeah, that was the quotations, didn't distract me from my normal routine, ignoring all of you and vice versa. This place is such an eternal prison of suspicion and suffering, and no one cares. I'm still the only one asking any questions. I'm asking question 2. It's when will Wraith shut up? Now they're all looking at you expectantly. Wait, are you supposed to stand up and explain how yesterday made you feel? I think I need to process everything by myself. I'll see you all soon. Damn, what a power play. Keep him wanting more. You're getting good at this game. Or sexy, true-to-life experience. Shame you didn't get to eat any breakfast, but so be it. Breakfast, you head to the hot tub by yourself to clear your head. Yesterday was, in short, a lot. Before you get there, though, something catches your attention. You hear that? Who are you dressing? Me? Well, yeah, I guess. That's okay, right? You know, I might be pursuing a relationship with one of these 4 fine killers, but it feels like the person I'm getting to know the most is you, narrator. Can I date the narrator? It's only okay in so much as it serves to illustrate that you've lost your mind, seeing how I'm not real and all. Yeah, I heard it this time. I think it's coming from behind the pool shed. No, stick. No. Stick it in there. A little more. A little more. Oh, yeah. That's it. Yes. How does that feel? Intense. Nice. Yeah, that feels right. This is uncomfortable. Now when you take that, put it right. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Just like that? Exactly like that. Sorry, I had no idea these two even do whatever it is they're doing. I'm afraid to look. Please say something so they know you're close by and can hear everything. Oh wow, look at that super cool bottle of Trickster brand suntan lotion somewhere left on its shelf. So, anyone know where I can buy some? Damn it. Oh, come on, a little privacy, please. Oh my god. Also, yes, I remember you telling me that. I don't like where this story is going after what just happened. Dwight is panting and Claudette has a crazed look in her eyes. Sorry, I didn't know how else to know for you to know I was here and that I could hear you. Well, you know. No, what? What do you think we were doing? You were doing... I don't know exactly what you're doing, but it sounded like, fun? You think two people trying to find new ways to kill each other in a desperate search to make their own death permanent is fun? Oops. We get 5 minutes to ourselves every day. We spend it hoping if we stab each other in just the right spot, we won't get resurrected. I'm to believe that the key is finding the exact place we need to bleed out from, and I believe that place is our appendix. Why else would it be there? Makes sense to me. You actually think we were, me and him, Dwight? You don't have to laugh that hard, they get it. My life is a nightmare, and yet somehow it's been even worse than right now. Let's go, lover boy. I noted all our entry runes, and then our 5 minutes is up anyway. Good luck. Upling, you're gonna need it. And hey, if you figure out how to escape this island, please make sure your ghost tells us how. That was both a tragedy and a comedy. A cragmedy. I don't like, that's hard to say. Shut up, I like it. Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah, you're heading to the hot tub by yourself to clear your head. Yes, it was. In short, a lot. So far, today has been exhausting too. But you're dedicated to achieving a true, centered sense of calm. No drama, no bullshit, just soaking up sun in a heated pool. Today you're on a date with you. I said I was gonna play this all week, Anthony. It should surprise no one. I like that. I want to be on a date with me. Who would make the first move? Aside from that disturbing thought, all is going to plan until the shadow blocks your precious sun. Spiky tipped like a palm tree is bending over to screw with you. But it's no tree at all, it's... Hey, babe. Breakfast was weird, huh? Everyone just getting up and announcing how they're feeling. Well, what's that about? Some forced kind of check-in with the group? I don't like it. Fishy. Kind of lazy. Whatever, though. Breakfast is dumb. No one should eat before noon, or after 4 p.m. Yeah, I do intermittent fasting. You see my abs, by the way? LB, have you seen his abs? Maybe you can see them after my private stage. Later at my private stage on the other island. You know, IP Island, where all the Hollywood celebs hang out if you play your cards right. I'll give you a private show. Get you around. His abs are pretty amazing. You gotta give him that. And the blow-up bat, threatening but adorable. Thanks for an interesting silhouette. Genius design. It's a grapefruit every time he shows up. He's a psychopath, just like the rest of them. You don't gotta give him anything. And we're not best friends just because we had a little talk about doing a little talking. It's not an open invitation to go smashing the fourth wall every 5 seconds. Okay, now that guy is gone and we've got some ground rules established that we're definitely going to abide by, it's time to lay back, take some deep breath. Some deep, slow breaths, and nope, another shadow. These people will not leave you alone. Let's see, who is it this time? Oh, it's Spirit. That checks out. You two have gotten pretty cozy. We should get out of here. I know a place that brings a bit of welcome darkness to this tropical nightmare. Best of all, I'm the only one that seems to know about it, so we won't be bothered there. I don't even know why I'm telling you, really. It's my private spot, but I guess I've got a feeling that you'll appreciate it in a way that I do. Not like these other killers, they don't get me. Trying to think, like, Demogorgon would probably be the weirdest thing to have in a dating sim. Out of all the killers in Dead by Daylight, Dredge might be second place, but like Demogorgon would just scream at you all the time. And I think that would be the best, most hilarious thing to have. Like, just the one character that they're just like, ah, every time a speech box shows up. And then you just like reply to them like normal, like you're having an actual conversation. I would love that as a joke. But I'll get them. Oh, I'll get them all. And I'll get my father, too. And I'll punish him for what he did to me, my mother and me. Spirit radiates a menacing aura, waving her sword around in the air as she threatens, well, the entire universe. It's scary, and more than a little hot if you get turned on by that, by menacing. Look, all this time on Murderer's Island has got us both a little confused about things. I'm choosing to lead into it. I'd suggest you do the same. You've seen her get mad, which is probably enough to scare you into a compliance, but you've also seen that there's a more sensitive side hiding within her. Which one do you think will win out? Consider her offer, but before you decide if you want to go off with Spirit, the Huntress interjects. I guess you could go off with Spirit today. She seems pretty cool, actually. I think if we weren't here on this island vying against each other for your attention, we might actually be friends. The whole conceit of the game, Huntress! Might actually have something, though, you and I. I couldn't let you go off to her goth lighthouse without speaking up first. Yeah, I know her secret spot. I see everything through the holes in this adorable mask. So, my offer stands. We can still hang out today. Plenty of room in my cabin. Wink, wink. It's pretty cute that Huntress thinks she has to say wink, wink out loud. The mask barely even hides her face. Tough choice. You weigh your options quickly because you can only go on one date today and you don't want to be hacked to pieces by saying the wrong thing. It's always good to remember that they're all cold-blooded killers, but you know what they say, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. And then die a horrible, retching, writhing death after drinking it because the lemons were poisoned all along. Sorry, this island has really got me tilted, so who will it be? And we've already decided we're going 100% hard into Spirit. I could phrase that better. I gotta go with Spirit. You made the correct decision, but know this, just because you picked me doesn't mean I'm going to slower all over you like a dog, understand? Well, of course, you just got a lot to prove to me. I want to believe that our connection is real, but I've been hurt before, literally, with a katana. Katana that I now wield in spectral form. You feel me? Because you will feel me if you try any of that macho trapper crap. Yeah, I feel you. Before you ask Claudette and Dwight to clarify, I'll just let you know that yes, it is too late to change your answer now. You and Spirit arrive at the coast, overlooking the Black Lighthouse. It's old and decrepit, but still impressive. There's something magnetic about it. You can see why Spirit would be drawn to such a place. Look Spirit up and down and notice that she's wearing all black, just like the lighthouse. Noticing a bit of a theme. Is black your favorite color? Black isn't really a color at all. It's the absence of color. It's a void. Spirit, that's not true, because fabrics are not light. I mean, I guess it is still kind of the absence of color, but you mix all the colors together to make black. Whereas in light, it's all there's no light, so it's black. Right. Like a black hole. A place that swallows light. A dying star. Damn, now that's dark. You're confident that Spirit will vibe with this. But Spirit doesn't really care for science fiction. Not the type with spaceships and lasers, anyhow. She's much more into what type of strange adventures that kick off right here on Earth. Earth. Is that where we are? You wonder. Lapping waves on the shore of the coast set a romantic tone. The fog that surrounds Spirit everywhere she just blends perfectly with the mist rolling up over the rocky shoreline. She's at one with this place, and so are you. Peace doesn't last long, however, as the lighthouse lets out an eerie howl like a monster dying. A spiraling black light stretches out across the sky. Spirit has to yell at you just to be heard. Oh yeah, it does that! Light and sound recede, and the two of you sit in silence. Spirit lays his towel down and then pats on it gently. Clearly she wants your company, so you oblige. When you do, she takes out some sunscreen and hands it to you. You're not exactly sure what to do. Is this an invitation to get a little hands-on action? What else could it be? I don't know, I kind of like the sound. Very, like, strong Yoshi vibes. When I lost my memory and fell into the ocean. No problem, I figured as much. Spirit turns away while you slather lotion all over your body. Need any help reaching those difficult spots? You see a hand float around your back. Sure, why not? Let's fucking go! Spirit's hand on your back is ice cold, but she has a soft touch. When she's done, she takes care of herself. Phrasing. You watch as Spirit apply sunscreen to herself in the most unique way by floating her own hand around her back to spread it off. I feel like I shouldn't talk about it. I mean, I'd comment about it. It's a pretty nifty ability. Your hands just float out around you like that. You can reach things way easier than I can. It's almost like you're some kind of superhero. Got you kick out of it, but floating severed limbs isn't exactly the type of superpower you think to wish for as a kid. I'd much rather be able to read minds. Maybe then I'd understand why some people act the way they do. Maybe I should actually do. I should get phrasing. Do people even like Archer anymore? I did at the time. But... Oh, you're actually jealous. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. I'm honestly jealous. Maybe you should lighten up. You know what? I've just got a cure for jealousy. It should cure you in no time at all. Yeah, cut me apart. We watched, I think, like 6, 7 seasons of it. Right when ISIS wasn't okay to be with their name, that's when we stopped. I think the season after that. But I also liked Archer. I just don't know if people like it now. I think I died, yeah. Slice you to pieces. Yeah! I was waiting for a death. Now we can skip ahead. What if I say nothing? And Spirit's back. Her head turns around and notices you looking at her. Sorry, is something wrong? Just think about what you must have gone through to end up like that. It had to have been horrible. It was worse than death. At least death ends eventually. But I wouldn't want to forget it. It literally made me who I am right now. Truth is, I could pull all of these bits of glass that are stuck in my flesh out right now if I wanted to, but I don't want to. Each shard is a reminder that what my father did to me and what the world did to him. Why I refuse to play the universe's game. I hate the idea that I'll be forced to succumb to pressure the way he did in the end. The way I fear the anger filled him up with, and then came bursting out. The way his misery flooded our home and drowned us all. Yeesh. It's not hard to think about revenge. The dragon inside me, it's doing to me what the world did to him. I have to fight it, even though it gives me strength. I must maintain control. Stronger than he ever was, I'm sure of it. I appreciate that. I suppose a little help isn't a bad thing. In life, in love, this world is a lot to endure alone. Maybe you could use a little assistance reaching my delicate toes for a bit. Oh, we're getting into some foot action. LB, we're here. All your foot jokes are paying off. You know, having your body contorted into these vengeful poses really does a number on my joints. Rubs the lotion on its skin. Ready, we're gonna... We're gonna be fucking good at it, too! Missed the one. Hey, I only missed one of those. Resolution made it where it was supposed to go eventually, and you weren't too incredibly wasteful. I'm not a woman who believes in rushing through things, just to get them done. If there's a next time, I'm sure you'll do even better. Look at the lighthouse, its ominous dark form hovering above this moment between Spirit and yourself. Evil as it clearly is, in this case, it does you a solid by blurting out another ominous moan and burst of black light that rescues you from this awkward silence. Seemingly out of nowhere, an ancient-looking ship appears in the water. It glows itself. Of course I don't miss the feet. The feet are important. Sometimes you just need a good foot massage. With suntan lotion. Seemingly out of nowhere, an ancient-looking ship appears in the water. It glows itself a thing of death, a spirit of a ship that once sailed these seas centuries ago.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Tattered black a tattered black flag whips in the ocean air above the ship as it careens towards the shore, before crashing into the rocks. It's been drawn in by the lighthouse. You hear the distant shouting of sailors as the old wooden ghost ship breaks up and sinks into the water. Oh right, it does that sometimes too. Should we do something? Nah, the sharks will take care. Nah, the sharks will take care of it. Been a minute, the ocean is quiet again except for the waves. Note to self, hungry sharks. These time-traveling pirates, or whoever they were, you're half sure you saw one of those skull and crossbone flags, aren't the only ones drawn here today. It's Wraith! He's emerged from the palm trees behind you. I didn't come here to break up your date or something. I came here for that. Wraith points to the lighthouse. It is indifferent to his intention. I've been seeing it in my dreams, shining its strange light on me. I can't avoid it. Through woods and walls, nothing seems to stop it from reaching out to me. Duh, it's a haunted lighthouse. It does that to everyone at some point. You're no more special than me. Those dead pirates, or that mermaid I saw wash up on shore that one time. Ew. Mermaids, by the way, aren't even close to as beautiful in person as they are in movies. More sea witch than underwater princess, if you get my drift. It's all part of a vast conspiracy, an epic river of lies that runs beneath the island or something. Pretty sure I figured it out. Basics, anyhow. If you come with me, I can... You can get cut. Spirit waves her katana, nearly trimming a couple buttons off of Wraith's tropical top. He takes the hint and backs away a few steps slowly. The quiet guy, he never really shuts up. Okay, be that way. You'll see. Alone at last, tension broken, deathly moans are quiet, and Wraith banished back to wherever he hangs out. You scooch close to the spirit, breathing in the damp, foggy air that seems to emanate from her. It's not quite clear how the whole fog thing works, but you don't even care. You're feeling this moment. Spirit seems to be feeling it too. She starts to adjust her robe, and you get a peek at the bathing suit beneath. For someone who seems intent on proving how little she cares about what everyone else thinks, she put a lot of work into getting into that suit. It's got straps for days. However, you're so focused on what's happening with Spirit, you don't see the next interruption coming. And Claudette and Dwight burst in on you and interrupt whatever you were doing. It doesn't seem like they were worried they'd bump into much. We're here to make a very dramatic announcement. Well, technically, we're here to invite you to join us back at the beach, where we'll be making a very dramatic announcement. It's hard being the producers and the hosts. Aren't survivors supposed to work in groups of 4? When you arrive at the beach, you realize you were set up. Despite promising an announcement, Dwight and Claudette simply stand quietly. This isn't all it was what was promised. Wait a minute. There's no announcement here. But there is. A me! You got mud in your ears, friend? I told you to get lost. Don't you see? Lost is what I am, and so are you, but I know a way out. Got a map back in my secret lair. Literally and figuratively. Yeah, I know the difference. That's why you should ditch Spirit and come spend the rest of the night with me instead. A secret lair? I mean, that is pretty cool. He's got a secret lair. Damn it. Who said anything about a secret lair? Said I got, sap. Sap in my secret hair. There's a flap. On my secret chair? Don't change the subject. Don't ask me what he's talking about. Trying to make a mess of... you're trying to make a mess of the first nice day I've had in, I don't know how long, because it's not even clear what year it is, but in a while. Not about to be ditched for the likes of you. Not me messing things up, like I keep trying to tell you. It's this dang island. I'm going to accept a difficult truth. What's happening here? Well, I'm convinced it's our fate. It's not anyone's decision, it's simply the way it will be, and there's no use fighting it. What do you even know about fighting? All you do is hiding in your spooky little secret hair and crying like a baby while ringing your little bell. Yeah! Yeah! Wraith players! That's what you are! So don't tell me what I can and can't fight back against. I was born a fighter. A dragon lives inside me. I cannot fight. I can't not fight, even when all I might do, want to do is hide. Don't you see this giant hat? It's a metaphor. When you have a fate, my fate is to win every fight that comes my way. Got it? Folks, oh, you hide. I've seen you hide. Or do your little, like, your phase walking routine. What do you call it? That's basically cloaking. And we all know that cloaking is a type of hiding. Folks, you cloak. I don't cloak. I'm not a cloaker. I phase walk out in the open. You just can't see me. You have no idea what we're talking about, but this sure sounds like some video game community forum thread minutia. there ever was such a thing. Not that you know about that either. Sure doesn't seem like Dwight and Claudette are going to stop this, so it's on you. Ahem. Nico was brought here to make this choice, so I'm going to do that now. And I choose 100% going hard in the Spirit. When it comes down to it, neither of these two seem easy to love. I mean, damn, Spirit literally has broken glass shards sticking out of her. But she has a certain charm to her gloom. Spirit and I were actually having a nice time. Besides, if it's my fate to end up on this island, well, to hell with fate, really. And I don't take this the wrong way, Wraith, but the amount of awkwardness you pack into a single day, no wonder you're so skinny. All that second-guessing yourself must burn a lot of calories. No offense taken, yeah, okay, it's true. I can be a little awkward, I guess, sometimes. Right, so I'm gonna stick with Spirit. Spirit breathes a sigh of relief. I don't know if revenging to do without having to kill you and Wraith too. Spirit walks around the corner to show you something that she discovered in this place and knew was meant to be connected with her journey. A cherry tree. Just a small sapling, but it has begun to sprout flowers. Sorry, though. I did not mean to punch you in the face. I just need to plug my phone in. If your face just wasn't in the way, we'd be fine. Okay. Just a small sapling that's begun to sprout flowers. It doesn't make sense to see a cherry tree here, in this place. It also doesn't make sense to see a ghost in a black bathing suit, so you just accept it. Spirit steps up to the tree. A cold breeze pulls some petals off as they come cascading through the air around the both of you. We're just going full on. Do you know the meaning of the cherry blossom? Beautiful, but also quite symbolic. Of course, like all good symbols, their meaning is pretty complicated. What do they mean to you? For many people, being among cherry blossoms is like being at a celebration of life. People travel great distances just to be near their vibrant beauty. However, as beautiful as they might be, they aren't magical. They're simply flowers. They quickly die and fade away, and for this reason, they're also a symbol of the fleeting nature of our life, of our fragile mortality. In a way, it's the specter of looming death that calls attention to this special moment to see and appreciate life. How does that duality make you feel? You know, I'm unsure, but I'm gonna go with empowered because I feel like, I don't know, the more I think about it, that's kind of more how I feel. Like, do shit while it's there. It's all give me peace. The fleeting nature of life, like the beauty of a flower bloom, allows me to appreciate the moment without being too hung up on it. Comes back, yeah, that. Explain. Spirit's face begins to look sad to you. You're not sure why. It's not the happiest topic, life and death, but why should that matter? It dawns on you. Spirit has been trapped in this ghastly state of death, with no hope to cycle back, no rebirth. Her moment of blossoming life long gone. Scary time of death and decay that comes off after the good part. That's Spirit's eternity. You're an idiot. I wasn't talking about you. I wasn't even thinking about you. I just answered from the heart. I can't let that bother me. Our priority is not the same. I have my mission. Once the fallen cherry blossom represents the soul of samurai warriors, those with noble characters, those who do not fear death, those who were killed in the greatest sacrifice to honor their emperor. Their lives were short, but their purpose gave them beauty. Those warriors saw death coming, but they never despaired. They stood and faced it. They held their swords and struck down their fear. But despite the samurai spirit that lives on in me, and my noble bloodline, my life is ended, but my death continues to stretch on. The cycle is frozen. This cherry tree, it's not real. Though its petals fall, they soon replenish, as if they were installed here by someone. Much Spirit chooses her words very carefully. By something with no respect for the balance of life and death. We're sorry to interrupt. You know, we don't believe you, right? Yep, but this time we've got really good reason. It has nothing to do with us being manipulated by an unseen force, because that's definitely not happening. Nobody accused you of that, but okay. We're just here to tell you that it's time for dinner. Get it while it's hot. It's time to go or whatever. Thanks for spending some time with me today. I enjoyed it. Me too? We haven't eaten at all, actually. What a fun day you've been having. I can see it's written all over your face. You're shining, and that's not just the remaining anxious sweat from spending an afternoon courting a psycho killer. No, you really are feeling this whole romantic experience. Don't worry, I'll keep your dirty little secrets. Will you now? Clearly I won't. but enough gentle ribbing. It's time to get back to the business. All the appetizing singles have arrived for dinner, including Trickster. Wraith is here too. We're not going to do the gag where we cram all of them on screen at the same time again. Just so you believe me. They're all here, and they're just as sexy and demented as you remember them. Your love on the line, everyone is being very careful not to offend you by saying the wrong thing. Congrats, by the way, on getting this far. I'm as surprised as you are that these four are falling for you. No matter No, not because of your personality, because you just met them yesterday. However, since Trapper seems like the biggest long shot to end up holding onto your heart, he throws caution to the wind and speaks up. It's a pretty small consolation prize for being the least loved killer on Murderer's Island, but hey, letting him have that one moment in the spotlight is the least you can the least we can do. And heaven knows they won't be any better than that. If I'm dining solo, I'm eating what I want, and you're all eating it too. Lamb shank, rare, salt, pepper, no sauces allowed, and serve it with one single piece of broccoli so Wraith won't complain. I like broccoli. Gives me horrible gas. Oh, I don't like that. Buddy, wait till you smell what rare lamb does to my bowels. It's awesome. Oh my god. Okay. Dinner will be served shortly, but certain power brokers would like to know about your day. Would you like to share your day with the rest of the group? You've had an interesting day, that's for sure. But how will you describe it to the others? Say too much or too little, and it could affect your standing with the group. Okay, but don't just sit there saying nothing. Nothing is not an option. We're gonna be coy. Wasn't really a date, more like two people avoiding everyone else and choosing to be alone, but doing it in a relatively close proximity to each other. That's exactly right. Could not have said anything of value better myself. She's clearly happy with the way you portrayed your date. No surprise, she doesn't like people getting into her business. Dwight and Claudette bring out dinner. Everyone eats in silence. No one trusts anyone now, and they're all very tired. Oh, wait, no, sorry. That's a dreary supernatural horror thriller set in Antarctica, not a charming parody dating sim set in an undisclosed tropical paradise. Bony appetite. Oh, you mean bon? No, almost everything we serve has a lot of bones in it, even the vegetables. Impossible to avoid on this island. Everyone eats without speaking. Tensions are rising, both of the sexual and deadly variety. When everyone finishes, Dwight and Claudette come to clean up the table. They linger around you as they pick up your plate, take your napkin, and dust crumbs off the table. What would you like to say to the servants? I mean, I'm a nice guy, I'm gonna thank them. Top-notch service is much appreciated. Can you imagine if vegetables had skeletons? Because I imagine they wouldn't be like really strong skeletons. They would just be like maybe slightly more crunchy than the vegetable, and they wouldn't cook. So you just eat like little crunchy vegetables all the time. I don't know, maybe that would be good for people. People do like their crispy, not mush vegetables. Top-notch service is much appreciated. Everyone, if you would please be so kind as to follow us to the fire pit, we'd greatly appreciate it. We've been told something big is going to happen, something that will change everything. You can go willingly or you can go unwillingly. You have no choice. Tough cookies. Did you have a choice in how you said that, dweebs? Yes, and I immediately regret how I did. Good. Something needs to change around here. Fire is rebirth. Fire illuminates the soul. Oh, the fire isn't too smoky. Smoke hurts my eyes. I have pretty sensitive eyes. I'm also horribly afraid of it. The fire, I mean, not my eyes, because of childhood trauma. Yeah, I mean, that sounds like exactly how they're doing Trapper. Can you imagine being afraid of your own eyes, though? Finally, everyone starts moving toward the fire pit, only to get away from the Wraiths complaining. You can see it on the comfortable log, feeling the fire's heat against your skin, and wait for other killers to take their places, wondering who will want to tell a story this time. Will narrator tell a story? I bet they've got a stunningly creative mind. Hey, you think, are they allowed to simply place thoughts in my mind like this? Doesn't seem fair. Everyone makes their way in, but something unexpected happens. Nothing. Nothing happens. Something almost always seems to be happening here, so nothing is probably not a great sign. I'm waiting for that twist, yeah. Like, who knows? Oh, cool, and now everyone's looking at you. So, you know, do something. Should I pick someone to tell a story? Or we could play charades? Boggle? Well, we're actually thinking, why don't you tell us a story? Wraith points his spine and skull staff thingamajig at you. You duck out of the way. Who knows what that thing can do? Probably shoots lasers. Try not to bore us. We're just very interested in you. Don't speak for me, hunters. Now you can't tell if you're warm from the fire or the nerves heating up. I know that the fire is right here, but maybe if we stop talking about it all the time, we can start to pretend it's not here and doesn't, you know, threaten to burn us all alive. He's not supposed to hear me. Get out of here, Wraith. I think I was about to make an important decision about telling a story or not. I mean, I'm not the storytelling type, but we're gonna tell a story. Why not? That'll be fun. Sure. I'm game to tell a story. I hope it's a mystery. We need a grapefruit in chat. Trickster's here. It's mystery. Okay, so what type of story do you want to tell? Thank you. Grapefruits in chat for Trickster. Well, it is a dating sim. Romance. Why not? Two lovers who take poison together and die foaming at the mouth. Or about two strong hunters who meet when they're both trying to bludgeon the same wily wolverine. Not quite. It's about my parents. They met at a party in college. He was hosting. She'd been dragged there by some friends. It could have been more different, and yet, as the night went on, they were drawn to each other. She made fun of his taste in music, and he took an interest in her major, women's studies. They were married within 2 months. A bit soon to know if you can trust someone, don't you think? It's so sweet. Exactly. I learned a lot about... I kind of like the Wraith and how they're making him out to be. It's actually very funny. I wouldn't date Wraith, but it's funny. Exactly. I learned a lot about love from them. If you know, some people don't need years to get acquainted with their partner. Love could spark from the mere look across a campfire. Now you've got their attention. Each killer is furiously attempting to catch your eye from across the fire pit. Except for Trickster, who has wandered over to the bar and is loudly playing his own music in headphones to drown you out. Yeah, exactly. Okay, that's not a very good story. I don't mean to insult you, but it was actually quite bad. Sorry, but this narrator keeps it real. we can't just end there. So who else would you like to hear a story from tonight? You look from killer to killer, trying to decide who might be the most entertaining. I'm supposed to tell a story. I only want to, but anything I say sure is be better than whatever you got out of anyone else in the group. Like all good stories, I stole this one from someone in the past who is dead now and can't do anything about it. It's called The Bride, or technically I suppose The Fiancé. One winter, a young couple decided that the next spring they would be married. The two were madly in love and could not wait for the snow to melt so they could join in matrimony and untie their souls for eternity and unite their souls in eternity. I read that entirely wrong. Wow. For the latest bridal trends, they decided to have their wedding ceremony at the edge of the woods by the beautiful shabby chic farmhouse. Together they spent months planning the details of the wedding. The two created invitations, figured out seating arrangements, and tasted 100 cakes before settling on the perfect one. They chose Lilikoi. By the way, so fancy. I'm imagining those are short eyes. When it came time to figure out the decorations, however, the bride, or the fiancé, I guess, since she wasn't actually married yet, wanted to take the lead and set the style. After all, her boyfriend had been wearing cargo shorts and open-toed sandal for pretty much their entire relationship, so he was definitely not to be trusted. Absolutely not. Anyone wearing cargo shorts and open-toed sandals at any point in their life needs to stop. Having decided on such a lovely natural setting for the ceremony, the fiancé decided that she would create unique floral arrangements from the local wildflowers that surrounded the farmhouse. As soon as the sun rose on the first day of spring, she set off into the woods. Each day she spent hours mapping out their best, where the best blooms could be found, and prepared to pick them herself the morning of the wedding so that they'd be the height of their freshness and beauty. And with the incredible variety of flowers in the woods, she surveyed the bride, or the fiancé, since they had not yet been married, and was obsessed with knowing just how many there were so that she could choose the absolute best. When the fateful morning of her big day finally came, the fiancée told her husband-to-be that she had one final errand before the wedding. Excited for the ceremony to come, she dressed in her beautiful white gown and set off into the woods to gather flowers. Treading carefully, she followed her route, selecting only the best stems and collecting them in a basket. However, when she came upon once a familiar clearing, something was not as she expected. Somehow, it was more beautiful now than it had ever been before, and just on the edge of her view was a new bush filled with blossoms so vibrant and colorful she became dizzy just looking at them. I mean, maybe it's like just a white work gown, you know? Dizzy looking at them. But the fiancé ignored her sudden spell and pressed ahead, scooping up flower after flower. Every time she did, she noticed just further ahead, and possibly even more beautiful blossoms. Carried by the sweet fragrance of spring air, the bride, or the fiancé, crept farther and farther into the woods until she turned a corner, stepped over a mossy fallen tree trunk, and realized she had been here before. But this wasn't the clearing she remembered, or at least not how she remembered it. The flowers were suddenly overripe, decaying, falling from their stems into festering moldy piles on the floor. Where bees had been, now only flies buzzed. Where the scene of flowers had once intoxicated her, the odor of mildew now made her sick. She turned and looked back, but the path was dark. Into the shadowy glen she walked, and walked, and walked. That day, as guests gathered at the farmhouse, the fiancée was nowhere to be seen. Her friends, family, and love began to look for her, but to no avail. They searched the pasture, the tree line, and into the forest, but there were no beautiful flowers or young lovers to be seen. Just old dead trees, trampled vines, and moss-covered rocks. Fiancé stayed a fiancé for eternity, always wondering, looking for fresher blossoms to clip, but never finding them. Distracted by a never-ending search for perfection, unable to see that you are loved or who you are. Out there all alone. I thought it was beautiful and sad. Just like someone we know. Haha! How was story time? A lot of people like to take potshots at sequels, but I think every good story deserves a follow-up. When you think it's the end, the sequel is almost never as rewarding as the original. That's why I'm much more of a fan of the episodic style of storytelling. Knowing the series takes a lot of pressure off any individual installment and builds greater sense of community between audience and creator. Tell me, Alpalier, if you could delete any sequel from existence, what would it be? Don't answer that. We don't actually care. We're just here to make sure that we seamlessly move on to the next segment of the evening. God forbid my small talk get in the way of a romantic Twilight moment. Dwight, I'm gonna need you to shut your yap trap. You know what we need to get back to? The thing we do whenever we're not on screen. Okay, you have fun tonight. Try not to wink wink, end up dead. Why'd you say the words wink wink out loud? What kind of double entendre are you getting at with an end up dead thing? But is physically incapable of winking, not since the accident. And you do know that all of these people are despicable criminals with double-digit kill counts, right? Well, except for Spirit. She really doesn't belong here. She's strictly a victim, not a perpetrator. No wonder she's pissed. If I hear someone trash-talking Spirit, deal me in. We say we take this talk to the hot tub so I can soak this bod while they roast that ghost with some killer hot takes. Please, enough talk of burns. Things that are lit or getting blazed. It's enough that these activities have all been set next to a literal fire. Must it be surrounded by figurative flames as well? What if we turned and ran as far away from this place as we could, just you and me? On those spindly legs, you'd probably tire before you got too far. If it's running away to someplace more secluded Alplinger is after, they should obviously join me. You seen these legs? Pure power. I mean, she knows. She knows. She knows where her strengths are. That my walk speed really reflects my giant stature. That's because I chose to move slowly for stealthy reasons. It's my own choice and it's completely logical. Oh my god. I love that so much. Why is everyone so obsessed with comparing themselves to each other and creating drama? I'm so over all that. Don't you get it? Society wants to trick you into fighting with each other so that the corporations can swoop in and sell you fake solutions to all your fabricated problems. Me sitting in the shade and drinking something locally sourced while thumbing through a public domain novella printed on recycled paper because I refuse to play their game anymore. Oh my god. It's like she's actually trying to be as unappealing as possible. Does it really turn anyone else on, or just me? Despite Trapper's insatiable appetite, it seems his attention, along with the attention of everyone else, is still on you for the moment. You could, I don't know, just pick one of us. Maybe we could all move on with our lives, or you know, some special projects we might have going. You heard him. Who will it be? You head off with for an even activity. Just saying, you may not get a ton of chances to date around like this before your time on Murder Island comes to a close. And no, I'm not satisfied with that name either. But with this streaming reality TV dating show boom happening, it's pretty much all that wasn't taken. Which killer you pick? And yes, we're back to excluding Trickster because, ugh, that guy. Spirit. Oh, you picked me? Yay! Sorry, that was rude of me. Sorry, yay. Wouldn't have been. With the ellipses, absolutely not excited. I despise phoniness, and I should be honest with you. Make for interesting company and love the idea of winning over these other killers at all costs, even when I hate the game and the prize, but I had a long day. Floating, subverting expectations, grinding my teeth as I imagine sweet, sweet revenge takes a lot out of me. So, don't stop bringing your A game, alright? It might seem like I hate everything. Getting to really know who I am is an impossible task not worth trying, but too bad. You won't know unless you search deep inside yourself and bring everything you've got, or just say the exact right thing at the right time and melt my cold heart in an instant. I don't know. I don't know the rules here any better than you do. See you at the bar, I guess. You arrive at the bar and find Dwight and Claudette both holding cocktail shakers, surrounded by a bevy of bottles for assorted boozes. Who's ready to get wasted? You know, I don't drink, so not me. Unless you mean wasted as in killed, in which case, Dad, if you were out there somewhere, I will find you and waste you for what you've done to me. You really don't drink, ever? Is that like, because it would just fall out of a hole in your stomach thing, or... I don't drink alcohol because alcohol is poison to the body and the mind. I don't need to act like a fool to have a good time. Then why don't you choose a mixology lesson as your romantic nighttime activity? Everyone knows this kind of date is just an excuse to get loaded up on booze and make terrible decisions. Hey, don't call me out like that. Not in front of my friends. Just... I mean, that's like not why I don't drink, but like, sure. It's not true. Not a single person has ever learned anything at one of these things. Wait, no, that's not true. You learned how to tie a cherry knot in a stew using only your tongue. Wow, we're gonna bring that out? Okay. Whoa, who ordered the soda with a splash of my private business? Because that's off menu. Well, I know what I'm drinking to forget tonight. Mixology is a real thing, and it doesn't require alcohol to be interesting. I'll have you know, you all know that I worked at a restaurant before I was violently executed by your father, on whom you will have your bloody vengeance. Right. Well, so be it. Do you drink? I sure don't drink. I got the impression that tonight will be a night I want to remember perfectly, so I'm gonna pass on the alcoholic drinks. Here. Alcohol is a false escape. Besides, it's not like sober people can't have fun. You watch as Spirit picks up a plump cherry and roughly stabs a little plastic sword through. Cherry juice splatters everywhere, and its little fruity guts flop out onto Spirit's lap. What is going on? Oopsie. One of the upsides of wearing black, it hardly shows stains. No take backsies. So lovebirds, what drink shall we make? I don't know. Didn't I just say I don't drink? Why would I want a fancy beer? I mean, you can get alcohol-free, well, nearly alcohol-free beer. That might be taking this game a little too seriously if I'm gonna be like, oh god, Spirit is gonna be mad at me if I don't. Which one doesn't have alcohol? Also makes me feel kind of like a loser. But I mean, I don't drink, so why would I know this stuff? I'm assuming you can make non-alcoholic versions of like basically anything. But I feel like Dark and Stormy fits the mood. Like, Bloody Mary is a good murderer joke. Zombie seems like a bad idea, and fancy beer just seems kind of not right. But, like I said, you could make these without alcohol, right? Like, I mean, they would taste different. But yeah, I'm thinking Dark and Stormy, too. We're gonna do that. For my Dark and Stormy date. Okay, that one is cute. Fucking good at this! Sorry. Please allow us to demonstrate how a Dark and Stormy is made. First, rum, or in this case, rum extract and a bit of apple juice is poured over ice. Non-alcoholic. Then fresh ginger beer is added in. Garnish with a lime wheel, and drink. The end. You think you're up to the challenge of replicating this recipe? Replicating rum substitute and ginger beer over ice. Don't forget the lime wheel! Rum substitute and ginger beer over ice with a lime wheel. Not sure I appreciate your tone, but yes, you got it. You're a natural. A sassy natural. That sounds like me. You and Dwight might have more in common than... Don't you dare. Spirit seems to be in a lovely mood as she sips her dark and stormy. She's not even rolling her eyes at your petty behavior. On cue, a literal dark storm begins to make its way in from the ocean. You taste your own dark and stormy as you watch the clouds approach. It's quite refreshing. Isn't this fun? Honestly, it's the most drama-free fun I've had since I got here. Can you imagine being a full-on fucking adult and being like, I would like Hawaiian Punch. I don't know, just feels weird, I guess. It's very much like a kid's drink for me. It's fucking good, though. Since you picked a simple but delicious drink, we've got plenty of time left to relax. Want to make out a little? It is still tasty. Actually, there's a drink called Tahitian Treat. It's basically carbonated Hawaiian Punch. That is, like, so fucking good. Begin to sip your drink and immediately begin coughing before you can get a yes out. Lightning strikes a palm tree on the beach and immediately starts a fire. The activity ends abruptly as Claudette and Dwight usher you two away from the bar. Gangs all together again on the volleyball court. Seems like only yesterday you were sitting on the sidelines watching everyone get sweaty. Okay, did anyone else feel like Capri Sun, like, as delicious as it is, once you got older, it was just like, this is going to be way too expensive of a habit if I keep wanting to drink it, because, like, when you're an adult, one Capri Sun's like a mouthful. So you're just like, you're an adult drinking an entire box of Capri Suns, and you're like, yes, that was enough liquid. Or am I just weird? Because it was? Boy, feels like I've been here a lot longer than that, actually. It's so late, the sun is already beginning to rise. Better get this over with quickly so that you can get some beauty rest. I do not recommend the eternal damnation of perpetual narratordom. Good thing you've really used your time well since then. Really getting to know the gang, the brain, the mogul, the basket case, the psychotic bunny girl. You know, the 4 types of people. Anyway, everyone is gathered on the volleyball court for a new type of game. Pitch your dream date and see... Are we playing pickleball? Hit your dream date and see who up. Okay. We're not playing pickleball. Upsetting. Ready for a round robin. How round are we talking? No, not to eat, Huntress. Each killer gets 2 minutes to tell you all about the dream date they have planned for you tomorrow. In no particular order, which is weird thing to mention, right? Almost like the order does matter. Trapper, why don't you go first? You think you deserve it. Even if in this case this is a subtle dig. But like, wouldn't that be like if you just got larger Capri Suns, they would still be expensive. Because that's like they're like $10 a box, and I would just do a box in one sitting. So I imagine if they were larger, you would get the same amount of liquid. It would still be like $10. I don't know. With Amazon, they could be a lot cheaper. But like Capri Sun's really good. Okay. No, that actually sells me on it. That's actually really good. If I could just get like a box wine, but it's really just Capri Sun. Bring that to parties. Fill a box wine with Capri Sun and just pretend like you're just drinking wine. just at a party, everyone else is drinking. I've just got like a box of Capri Sun under my arm, just pouring it a little solo cup, just drinking. Not talking to anyone. So stop talking. Trapper, without further ado, would you like to make us all uncomfortable by pushing the boundaries of what's acceptable not only in polite society, but within the narrative of this in-world event, and also the larger meta-narrative Dead by Daylight dating experience? Sometimes you just gotta say it. Oh yes, thank you. I'd love to. So, Oblinger, you're thinking of picking me? Well, this is your final warning. Pick me and be punished. And rewarded? Tomorrow will suck. Probably. I'm not an easy guy to get along with. I know that. But I can tell you this much. I'm hiding a secret on this island that will make fans shit themselves with excitement. If you like Trapper, you're gonna love it. And if you're not... and if not, you're a maggot. Also, everyone, even confident, sexy ladies in rabbit masks better stay the hell away from my yacht. Sorry. Anyway, Wraith? Well, I don't know. I'd really prefer to just tell Opplinger privately. I don't really know how this is going to work with these games, with these game mechanics. What if you just whispered it to Opplinger? Wraith considers this for a long moment. Too long. That's fine. Without moving, Wraith lowers his voice to a barely audible whisper. Tomorrow we have to find my bell. And then I can finally tell you about what I've been working on. It's going to be really special. Kind of thing where we really bond. Maybe finally get off this island. Maybe then we can go on a real date. You done? Is that it? Wraith nods, proud. Great. Huntress, why don't you take it from here? Tomorrow morning, I'm planning on a nice atmospheric breakfast on the yacht. Don't worry, Trapper won't even know it's gone. What was that? Nothing. Go away. Then, boy oh boy, I've got such an adventure planned. It involves hunting for treasure. What kind of treasure are we looking for? Guess you'll have to pick me to find out. Let me tell you, it's primo stuff. Now, if you don't mind, I've got to start preparing, because it's clear already that you're going to pick me. Confident, mysterious. I like it. It is spirit. Figuratively, damn it, Twite, you gotta watch your words with these people. Tomorrow, you'll spit in the face of God I'm already in. Right here. Die and be reborn anew. That's it? If you're not intrigued by that, I don't want you. Go draw crayon art with Trapper or dig up whatever mystery. Go draw crayon art with Trapper or dig up whatever mysteries with Wraith. I don't know what those guys do all day. Really specify which god you'll be spitting in the face of? All of them. Okay then. So hydrate tonight if you intend to. Hydrate tonight if you intend to hang out with Spirit. Time's up, everyone. Gosh, you'll dream about these options so you're ready to choose in the morning. Now, go dream about all these swoon-worthy options so that you're ready to make choices come dawn. Have a swell night. Did you two forget to mention something? Oh gosh, how could we forget? Before you run off to slumber peacefully, there's one more thing to do. No reality survivor dating competition parody would be complete without singling out one of our contestants who is already teetering on the edge of psychological break and giving them a little push. Hold up, this has been a survival dating competition parody this entire time and I'm just now finding out about it? Come on, the signs were there, you just didn't read them. Welcome to Murderer's Island. It's now time to eliminate one of our killers. Oof, it's like a butchering, but it hurts even worse. Can't kill a killer, but can you break their heart? Do you dare even try? You mean, that's right, tomorrow one of these sexy slicers will not be eligible to take you on a date. Who's it gonna be? But why? Because it's dramatic? Because it's surprising? It's a classic reversal of fate? And it'll hurt someone's feelings. Someone dangerous. Well, what's it gonna be, champ? What's your thought process here? Trapper seems like he might throttle you in your sleep if you eliminate him. That being said, at least you see him coming. Spirit could be anywhere. She floats, and I hear she can disappear. Hard to track. Eek, if you get rid of the waif, he might cry. And although I totally support normalizing men crying and being vulnerable, it just seems like he might be an ugly crier. Huntress, she might pretend to be okay with it, but then you'll start seeing her behind every tree. What I'm trying to say is, I don't envy you, boss, so which sociopath are you eliminating? Bye, Trapper. This was very simple. Trapper, you scared the living shit out of me. You were eliminated. That's fair. Honestly though, I don't care. You suck. But not in a good way. You bore me. You personality-free maggot. It wouldn't even be fun to kill you. Which is totally going to be, which I was totally going to do tomorrow, first chance I got. So really, this is win-win for both of us. Still might kill you though, out of principle for eliminating me. Sleep with both eyes open, and have fun on your date tomorrow. Now you broke the heart of someone heartless. You should go get some shut-eye. Don't worry about it too much, about the broken heart you've left behind. Because, of course, they'll be receiving a consolation prize. They might not get to go home with Opplinger when this is all over, but they'll never sleep alone again. That's right, we're sending our eliminated player home with the Trickster body pillow. Grapefruits in chat for Trickster. Their own mostly new Trickster body pillow. The next best thing to the real Trickster. It might not hug you back, but it definitely won't try and stab you. And how do we know? Because I've tried it. That's right, it's Dwight tested. Wait. I'm looking. Reddit, don't fail me now. Reddit has failed me. There's a lot of fan ones, unfortunately. None of them are that great. That's unfortunate. Sorry, LB. There are no trickster body pillows that are... Especially not this, but, yeah. He sure does. Yeah, I saw those. They're not... I don't know. It would be a trickster body pillow, but... Hang on, F. Why are you saying that in all caps, with an excuse me question mark? We've talked about cum gutters before. Yeah, we have. Well, I mean, think you called them cum trenches. Anyway, their own mostly new trickster body pillow. Try, that's right, it's Dwight tested. Claudette approved. You sleep well tonight, you're my hero for what you've accomplished. You sleep tonight knowing what you've done. No, not because of the guilt. I mean, knowing there's a legit homicidal maniac who hates you so close by. How can you sleep tonight knowing what you'll do tomorrow? I don't know how you'll do it. But you better go before Why did I do that? What the fuck? Dwight and Claudette come back and put you to sleep themselves. You know those two. Schedule. Wow, what a crazy way to end the day. No, it was definitely not last year. Crazy way to end the day. An elimination? I didn't even know it was that kind of game. Check in with everyone, especially with our loser. Everyone deserves a send-off. See how things go tomorrow. I suppose I'm not expecting anything. I tend to shut my mind off during hard times. I know I seem all excited and devil may care, but the truth is, I'm really a pessimist at heart. That tends to happen when your brother is skewered by an elk when you were young. Yeah, how'd you know? Wild guess. It's also the only thing you talk about. Excuse me, I think I saw a raccoon over there in that tree and I'm feeling peckish. I don't know what's happening here. I honestly haven't been paying attention. Oh, oddly or sorry, I forgot. I'm focusing on other things. More important things. Wow. One way or another, I won't be here for much longer. I don't handle rejection well. At least I don't think I do. No one has ever been dumb enough to reject me before. Yeah, the more I think about it, the angrier I'm getting. I'm a giant rage monster, so everyone in this room should be scared right now. Turn the camera off. Of course Offlinker is into me, why wouldn't they be? I'm thoughtful, beautiful, surrounded by calming mist. I've also got great hair. Since I'm technically dead, I'm extremely low maintenance. Look, I don't like to throw the term anime waifu around too often, but if the body pillow fits, snuggle it, you know what I mean? Oh man, back to the body pillow. Yeah, not a fan of Trapper at all. What? No, you're not a part of this. Grapefruits in chat. Trapper's back. If you don't get a confessional. It's cool, man. I'm not part of anything. It's cool, man. I'm not a part of anything. You feel me? I'm not a cock in anyone's machine. Really, every time he shows up on stream, that's gonna make me laugh if it happens. This is why I'm calling for it. It's cool, man. I'm not part of anything. You feel me? I'm not a cog in anyone's machine. I'm my own machine. This whole thing is pretty cute, though. Charmingly low budget, old school marketing vibes, not gonna lie. Kinda wish I wasn't so busy right now. I'd definitely be down with a reality show style dating competition with survival elements. Oh, but I got my new album, upcoming tour, finalizing the new sneaker line, producing a limited series on my life, starting a new social media NFT crypto app. Guys, we can't like Trapper anymore. I mean, not Trapper, we can't like Trickster anymore. Not allowed. He just ruined everything. He is, but how can we date anyone or want to date someone who is going to be into NFTs? That's upsetting. Yeah, ruined. Doing those private gigs over on IP Island. My dudes, you gotta come check it out. IP Island is dope. It's where all the real killers are hanging out. Fully licensed, no legal drama. Lawyers take a hike. And tell everyone that Trickster said about them. Don't worry. Talking your favorite established characters from all over pop culture that can't be seen on this island. Hell, you probably can't even mention them, like Ghostfoot. Don't you say it. Look, we get it. You're very popular and in demand. We have a game to get back to, and I don't want to get sued. Ghostface, come on. Whatever, I don't even care. I'm the Trickster. See you around, I'll play your YouTube narrator. I have a name, you know. You do? Yes, seriously, they're not paying me enough to deal with you people. Is it my turn? What? No, it's not your turn. You're sentient water. How are you even sitting in that chair? What's a chair? It's a thing you're getting all wet. Now I'm gonna smell like mildew. Now it's gonna smell like mildew. Okay, rude. Fine, just let this over with. It's your turn, Ocean. Do your check-in. Check-in? I was just looking for the bathroom. Bathroom? Are you serious? It's down the hall to the left. It's okay. Never mind. Never mind? What does that mean? No, not you two. This wasn't meant to be a confessional time for literally every character in this game. It's okay. We don't have to confess anything. We've just been working our asses for 2 days straight. We wanted to sit down somewhere. This chair's wet. Yeah, I think the Ocean just peed on it. How's that You know what? I don't care. You are looking pretty pleased with yourselves. I've got something to confess. Oh great, what's it gonna be? You ate glue in the 2nd grade? You cheated on an algebra test once? Watching Trapper get eliminated was the first time in this unending spiral staircase of pain that is my life that I felt even a modicum of joy. Every minute that I'm alive is a nightmare. This place, this sun, these sweet sugary drinks, sounds fun for a long weekend, but for an eternity? The unrelenting rhythm of crashing waves and wailing seagulls is like a crescendoing song of evil that makes me question the very foundation of the universe. Why am I here? Why are any of us here? What kind of sentient being would do this? Please erase me from this existence. Make it so that I was never born. Pull the plug on this experiment and let my soul be free. And please, please get me out of this polo shirt. That is not a polo shirt, Dwight. Okay, let's get you to bed, buddy. I don't want to go to bed. Going to bed means eventually I'll have to wake up. Yikes, huh? That's a weird way to end. Well, what are you gonna do? You let the camera roll long enough, someone's bound to say something crazy. Anyway, seems like everyone's had their shot to annoy me tonight, so hit the hay and get some rest. Tomorrow's gonna be a doozy. Soft sunlight warms your skin, nudging you awake. Also, you're using a killer crab as a pillow, which it's sort of okay with. What's that? You don't know about killer crabs? Oh, right, you didn't go on... Right, you didn't go on that Huntress date. You really missed out. It was thrilling. Or I guess it would have been. You have to play the game again to get that reference, I suppose. Ugh. You pull in your beach tire and splash water on your face. Dwight and Claudette approach. That look on their faces of excitement, terror. You notice that your stomach flutters with butterflies. Someone's in love. Or you've been infected with zombie butterflies in your sleep. It has happened here before, but it's probably that love thing. It's time. This is over the beach where the killers all stand flanked by tiki torches. It's a scene very reminiscent of a TV show you used to hate watch with your ex. Suddenly the message is clear. You're going to declare your affections for the killer in front of several other killers. Hey, isn't Trickster supposed to be here? We paid him good money to make him some half-ass cameos on this show. It's gonna chew his agent out. Before you walk over for your big moment, don't think we haven't noticed how kind you've been to us. It can't be easy being thrown onto a mysterious island for seemingly no reason, surrounded by terrifying killers, trying to manage your most primal impulses, murder, and making out. And you've kept a cool head and treated us, your friendly island host, with dignity and respect. So don't tell anyone we told you this, but... Colette and Dwight look around conspiratorially. Just a little hint for you going forward, don't try to go all the way with a killer who isn't into you. Relationships are two-way streets, and if you don't have a green light in the other direction, you might end up with a friend zone. Friend zone? That doesn't sound so bad. Where do you think you are exactly? Dead by Daylight doesn't do friends. There are killers and there are survivors, and I'm afraid we can't say more. Okay, so who's into me? And rhetorically again, well, never seen Spirit open up to anyone like she has opened up to you. I've seen her open up on the insides of plenty of people, but thankfully for you and for us, that's in a different type of game. So are you ready? Of course you're not, but too bad. We're on a schedule. Surprise, Spirit likes me. Shocking no one. You make your way over to the row of hotties. Claudette and Dwight stand off to the side, hands behind their backs. It's been quite the 48 hours, and there are clearly sparks in the air, and I'm not just talking about this rusty chainsaw, though I do recommend staying away from those sparks. Time for our newcomer to confess their love. Wait, I have a drum roll for this. No, you don't, but who cares? Who you choose for your solo date. Can I at least do the flower thing? I thought you agreed to keep that between us. No, not that flower thing. With the suit gets a flower as a symbol of their contestant's love and affection. Oh, right. I suppose, but no roses. They're such a cliche at this point. Well, that's good, because I tried to pick a rose, but I got an ouchie, so I settled for these. Beautiful. Done good, Dwight. This is a lovely bouquet. That is a single flower. That is not a bouquet. I hope Dwight saved me. Well, it has one stem at least. I don't know what they did to the top of it. Hope Dwight saved some of these for Claudette. They're a thing, right? They're getting that. You're getting that vibe too. Just me? Sorry. We've got other things to think about right now. Who do you select to receive these flowers and spend the day with you today? Of course, a pretty Spirit, peering below the brim of her impressively large hat and her haunting eyes. Spirit, since I met you, I've been enchanted by your presence. You've challenged me to be a better person and resisted the urge to show me the sharp end of your katana. For that, I thank you. I'm ready to take our relationship to the next level. We shall, up to the eye of the dark storm that is our reality, to the lantern room of the Black Lighthouse. It's time to see what you're made of, Linger. Oh, jeez. So it might be nice to start the day out on... It might be nice to start the day out on Trapper's Yacht before we head back to up to the Black Lighthouse. Even if I kind of hate the basic tropical vacation stuff like yachts and snorkeling or whatever, it's good for you to see me in the sun a little bit, at least. There's more to me than what you've already gotten to experience. I know that my whole vibe can be a little dark. The hat, the swimsuit, the plume of floating hair. This wasn't always who I was. I was a normal young woman once. Went to school, hung out with friends, even had a part-time job working at a restaurant in town. And then, well, I know what happened. Your father, he murdered me and I woke in as an undead Avenger, but that's not what I was getting at. Something else happened to me. I realized I needed to be seen. I don't even know by whom. A lot of the time when you think about ghosts, they're these kind of see-through flickering specters. You don't say. You imagine reaching out and having your hand go right through them. Oh, like that sort of thing. Maybe there's some warpy effect on the world around you. I don't know, it depends on which movie you're watching. When I died, well, I didn't try to reach your hand through me. Not really, that's not an invitation, it's rhetorical. Why did I end up this way? Who brought me here to this island? Who knows? I sure don't. I've got my ideas, but I'm not exactly out here digging around in the caves dusting off antiques and trying to find clues and analyze their meanings. I do want this, to take this experience seriously though. I want to give the process a chance. It may be a dumb process, and one that I have extremely little respect for as a person. But you just woke up on the beach with no memory of who you are or where you came from, and rather than freak out and simply try to swim away, you're giving this a chance. I actually don't know that swimming away was an option. It's not. However, the fact that you never even tried, I think that means you've got courage, or an open mind, or, I don't know, maybe you stuck around because you like someone you met here. Maybe. Two of you are getting all deep and philosophically flirty. The yacht pulled up to the shore next to the Black Lighthouse. Last stop, everyone off. There were other stops. Oh, no, not on... No, not of this trip. Of your life. Spirit rolls her eyes and leaves for the shore. Just messing with you. This was the only stop. Nobody here's really looking out for our fun, so we'd have to make it up for ourselves. But no, there are no other stops. Seriously, go. Race you to the poop deck, Dwight. The ship doesn't even have a poop deck. Oh, it will. Oh my god. Did you disembark easy? Did you disembark easy? Dwight and Claudette run giggling across the ship. Too bad you can't date those two. They seem like they know how to have a good time. You arrive at the beach near the majestic black lighthouse. Its imposing form towers above you. A flock of birds circles lazily, no sense of fear or urgency, as if circling a corpse that hasn't moved in ages. I'm excited about today, see? She replaces her wrist delicately in your hand and presses your fingers down against her skin. It's cool to the touch, but you feel is that the faintest of pulses? My blood is absolutely pumping. So what happens now? If you're in little pieces, how is your blood pumping? Now I show you something that no one has ever seen up close before. Well, no one that has lived to tell about it. We're going there. The spirit points to the top of the lighthouse amongst the circling birds. What's actually up there? Have you seen it? Hey all, how's everyone doing today? Hi Wraith. You seem chipper today. Something strange is definitely going on with this guy. Well, something else strange. Something different than what's usually going on. Wraith takes a deep breath, sucking in the ocean air like it's the greatest air it's ever been sucked. Opplinger, thank you. Thank you for choosing anyone else to go on a date with today. Alone again, forever. This is how it was meant to be. I feel alive. Are you done? We're kind of, on that date you just mentioned. Glad you're feeling better, Wraith, but like she said, we're in the middle of something. Do you mind? Oh, right. So, what you doing? Heading up to the eye of the lighthouse? I love it up there. You can really see the whole island from up there. In fact, Spirit, I thought you said no one has been up there and lived to tell about it, but this sounds exactly like telling about it. Technically, I don't think Wraith counts as being alive. I mean, I don't maintain the canon, but Spirit waves her arms at Wraith from head to toe. If he's not dead, he's now gonna be when I punish him for interrupting our date. We can solve our problems without our hair floating up into any menacing shapes. I'll just be over here, running away, enjoying the view. Oh! I think Wraith was kidding about that whole being up there. Honestly, the view isn't even of the island. What you can see is mostly ocean, and kind of being, a lighthouse. However, that does bring up an interesting point regarding your, Spirit hand floats up, but she scratches her head contemplatively. You don't usually see her at a loss for words like this. What's your mortal status? Because despite how our lanky friend seems to think, the lighthouse is not to be trifled with. It's a beacon of death and suffering that brings doom to it from all corners of this world, if not further. Well, duh, you saw a freaking pirate ship seemingly travel through space and time only to crumble at the rocks beneath this spooky tower, but you decided not to point it out because it wouldn't be too romantic now, would it? I think I'm alive? I'm here with you, walking this beach, feeling the water on my feet, feeling the sun on my skin. Here with me, the spirit. Does that really make you alive? I guess. I don't know. If you come with me into the eye of the Black Lighthouse, you may never return. Is that a risk you're willing to take? Because we have something. I won't deny it. I feel it. I'd hate for you to simply turn to ash. If we were to commit right here, right now, to figuring this out as friends, we could put that risk off to another time. Be friends? Ouch, that would let you down easy? I don't know if I want that friendship. I want you. That's why I chose you. I can't decide this for you. I can only warn you that it may not be safe. You might die up there, and there's nothing I can do about it. Stay down, live for sure. I mean, I'm on a creepy island and clearly I can't leave. Heck it. Let's go. Take a deep breath and think about every particle of sea air as it travels into your body and fills your lungs. It may be the last time you have such thought. You feel strangely at peace with that information. I don't need another friend. I want something more. I'd risk my life for. Spirit smiles a quirky, devilish smile. Right this way. The lighthouse is almost pitch black. It was seemingly day when you stepped through the door, but inside this place is like a void. The last thing you see as the final rays of sun leave you is a horrible sight, a petrified body laying on the stairs, reaching not up but down, as if it had been crawling. Watch your step. The things we do for love. Sun's gone. Arriving in the lantern room at the top of the Black Lighthouse, you breathe a sigh of relief. The light is out and seemingly defunct. Dust cakes the room as though it hasn't been operated in a century. However, somehow, it was just morning, a moment ago, but now it's night? What do you mean a moment ago? We've been standing here looking over the ocean all day. Really enjoyed the peaceful time together with you, taking in the views, standing in complete silence for hours. It was kind of my perfect date. Really? I don't remember that. I just call it the perfect date and you can't be bothered to remember it? What kind of game are you playing with me? I want to remember it, just for some reason my mind is completely blank, but hey, I'm not dead. Oh, you're already dead and have been this whole time. Huh, that's true. Maybe we'll never know. It doesn't look like the light is working. When turned off, the light has a power to it. The massive lens refracts moonlight through itself, a subtle sparkle that has hypnotic effect. Maybe that's where the day went, staring into this light as the sun fell and the moon rose. Thanks for spending the day with me. I really had a good time. That's it? Don't get me wrong, it was really cool and all. I guess I don't know what I expected. I suppose if you thought you were walking into your death and nothing happened, it might feel a bit anticlimactic. Sorry. Anyhow, it's time to go. Here, let me just flip on this light in the staircase so it's easier to get down. The stairs look pretty dark. Maybe it's reasoned by a strange hum, and it becomes frighteningly clear that that switch wasn't for the stairs, for the main lantern. The lantern is now beginning to power up. The faintest smell of burning begins to reach up to your nose. Oopsie, it looks like maybe that switch wasn't for the stair light after all. Now we see who is really alive and who is really dead, I suppose. It's bound to happen sooner or later. Slam your eyes closed, hoping that somehow not looking at the light itself will protect you. Not sure I see the logic in that, but if it is magic, it kind of defies logic. I want to see it, but well, I'm a little scared. Don't look directly into the light. Open your eyes and look only at me, and I'll keep you safe. We're gonna do another little skill check thing, aren't we? Oh, jeez. Fucking getting good, those mini games. We're doing it, we're here, together, awash in this incredible light. You're so brave. I feel seen by you, truly seen by anyone for the first time in my life. It's our destiny, to be together, brought together by the darkness, brought toward the light. Despite your attempts to resist it, the incredible force of energy from the black lighthouse's lantern's eye refuses to subside. No, it cannot be ignored, and it doesn't matter if you look directly at it or not. In the end, that was just a trivial game. This is real life and real magic. You stare at it now, and its power penetrates your mind. Hey, been a while. More things? Doing good? Feeling more dead? More alive? Yeah, love will do that to a person. Don't worry, it'll make sense soon. You wake to hear Spirit's muffled voice. You've got a terrible taste in your mouth, like burnt hair. The air feels damp and smells like ash. It takes time for the sounds to clear up, but eventually, Spirit's words start to make sense to you. However, it's clear she's talking to someone else, not to you. You know how sometimes people say, it's not you, it's me? Well, this time, it is you, and it's also me. I can't believe I thought you would change for me. I can't believe I thought what you were doing was a sacrifice. You never gave anything up for me. Well, today, I saw what love looks like. It looks like a whole lot different than this. I don't think you're hearing me, which is weird, because I'm practically shouting. Nobody breaks up with Trapper. Nobody. Oh yeah? Fine. Nobody breaks up with Trapper, but I'm not doing that. I'm dumping. Don't you say it. I'm dumping Evan McMillan. There's nothing you or he can do about it. It's over between us, Evan. Rin, Trapper turns from Spirit, looks directly at you. You realize that you're laying on the ground of some weird tunnel. I think you're shouting, woke up awfully. Am I shouting? And to be as quiet as possible, you hold your breath and freeze in place. Sorry I woke you up. After what happened, you'd probably be better off sleeping for a bit longer. Things just got out of hand. How'd you know? You're talking in your sleep, basically non-stop until you woke up and then got quiet. What was I saying? I don't know. I don't speak Dutch. I apparently speak Dutch. See, there you go again. The jig is, as they say, up. They know you're awake now, and you're going to have to deal with this awkward situation head on. Clearly, I shouldn't be here. Doing a very personal conversation, and I don't need to be involved in. I don't even know how I got here. I'm not here on the island, or here in this creepy tunnel. As far as this island goes, your guess is as good as mine. As far as this tunnel goes, we brought you here. You and the Trapper, but after the lighthouse came on, you blacked out. On your way down, I thought you might have hit your head or something. It's hard to tell what blood is new or old around here. Either way, I wanted you to get to someplace safe, so I asked Trapper for help. It's not that I can't carry you, I just didn't feel like it, you know? I hate anything messing with my shards. Trapper, on the other hand, he loves nothing more than having an unconscious body draped over his shoulder. I could have asked Claudette and Dwight for help, but I don't trust them. Will you trust Trapper? Like and trust are two different things. You might think Trapper can be a real jerk, and you'd be right, but you get what you see with him. We brought you down here because we're the only ones who know about this place. It's part of an old tunnel network that connects different places on the island. What's up, guys? Talking island mysteries? My favorite topic. It was just in the neighborhood, so I thought I'd pop in. Trapper, you said this place was private. Don't look at me, I didn't tell him about it. Half the appeal of this spot is getting away from people like him. Well, geez, I can see that when I'm not wanted. So you three thruple now, or because I gotta say, I really didn't get the whole trapper spirit thing. But hey, it's not my business. I don't stick my nose in it. We're not a thing. Nobody traps a trapper, not with traps or with relationships. And you realize you're sticking your nose in our business right now, right? Wow, so hostile. If you don't want to talk about it, just say so. Anyhow, this tunnel has some very interesting features. It's about 50 meters down that way. You'll find... Get out! Wraith looks around, just to be doubly sure the trapper is addressing him. I was just leaving. This island, it's a lonely place, which is great for me. I love to be alone. Trapper, on the other hand, he's quite needy. After a lot of pursuit, I finally let him catch up to me, and it became, well, I don't want to call it a relationship because somebody really didn't want to have that talk, but we were more than friends. I dispute the events as told. For the record, I don't pursue, I stalk, and I lie in wait. Seeing eye to eye was not one of the things we were good at. So, I hate to ask, but I did just look into a refrigerator-sized death lamp, so I guess I'm more of a glutton for punishment than I thought. What were you good at? Well, for starters, excuse me, I'll take that question, thank you very much. You know anything about me by now, and said I am on a quest. For revenge. Exactly. Well, you might not know, Trapper is like a great classical maestro of revenge. Flushes behind the mask. It's one way to compliment a killer. Revenge against friends who had turned their back and betrayed him. Revenge against his father for making him into a monster. Revenge against a barista who wrote Ewan instead of honest cappuccino, knowing his name was actually Evan. Someone who thinks about revenge as much as I do, Trapper is an inspiration. But they say never date your heroes. Good advice, but I don't think that's the saying. And then you came along, Opplinger, and showed me that it's okay to be lost, to feel pathetic, to push on when you have nothing real to offer anyone. I'm not sure where you got all that from, but okay. You hold a mirror up to my own doubts and fears and showed me that they aren't everything about me, and that I can embrace those things, but not be defined by them. You showed me that life after death can be more than just an obsession with revenge and mind-blowing sex on the ground of a dark cave or a dusty old tunnel. Trapper nudges you in the ribs with his elbows. Gross. Clearly appealing to Trapper's better features has been a winning strategy for dumping his ass because he seems to be taking it quite well. This whole half-ass dating show parody thing, at first I obviously thought it was a lame idea. What kind of moron thought there was an audience for this? What kind of moron thought there was an audience for this? But when we spent some time together and I realized there's something actually real here, I don't want to give up on it. I don't want to give up on us. Listen, Opplinger, while you were knocked out unconscious by some minor head trauma like a total weakling, Spirit confided in me that she has real feelings for you. I took it extremely well, naturally, because I trust her and value her opinions. That doesn't mean I trust you. If you want to get to her, you have to get through me first, bypassing Trapper's test. Coming to Behavior TV Sundays at 8 p.m. Welcome to Trapper's Test. Answer my questions correctly or die by my blade. Question 1. What is the Spirit's real name? The one given her by her murderous father, which she only lets her real friends call her. Rin Yamaoka. God, I'm getting, is this gonna be trivia of Dead by Daylight lore? Fuck. What lives inside Spirit? A dragon? I'm hoping most of it's contained in this game, at least a little bit. Question 3. Where does Spirit work, but she was in normal college or if she was helping on revenge? A restaurant. I know, to think I would date a waitress. Wow, don't tell my father I ever mingle with the help like that. So disappointing to me. Question 4. Spirit's favorite color. Like, I want to say black, right? She never really explicitly said her favorite color, but she is only wearing black, and she does like black because it doesn't show stains. So, like, it's gotta be black. These questions largely superficial. Sure, maybe I don't get. Maybe I didn't get to know Spirit that well. Maybe that's why she dumped, or maybe that's why it didn't work out for us. Who knows? 5. The final question. Spirit, what's worse than being dead? They're kind of all right because they're all part of the same conversation. That was a big part of it, yeah. But like the rest of it was also there. She was like, "You see me for who I am," kind of stuff. So, but yeah, like she has unfinished business. She's got the revenge, but I don't think that was the thing she was mentioning. Regretting parts of your life, like definitely had that. But yeah, we're gonna go with that. Yeah. When I pitched Trapper's Test to the suits at Behavior TV, they told me that there was no room in the budget for a new car. for a new car to be given as a final prize for winning. So I killed them all right there on the spot. Well, killing didn't solve any of the budget problems. It sure did feel good. I'm telling you this to A, brag, and B, to explain why the only thing you're going to win is me saying congratulations for passing Trapper's test. Not that it was some huge challenge. I mean, the woman obsessed with a giant light that shines in the dark has a chip on her shoulder about being seen. Go figure, you probably guessed. But rules are rules, even if I literally just made them up. You got it right. Always pay attention to what people say. So I guess I approve your dating spirit, of you dating Spirit or whatever. I never really cared in the first place. I was just hoping you'd slip up and give me a good excuse to wet my blade with your blood. Maybe you'll find a reason tomorrow. For now, you two have fun. Wink, 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 Trapper. Why did he wink 3 times? Sorry you had to endure that. What, 5 measly questions? It was nothing. Not even that. As ridiculous and unnecessary it was, the whole thing. Waking up in a random tunnel, the overhearing our argument, the news that Trapper and I had something going on, and that stupid quiz, all of it. Especially the whole Trapper out catchphrase. It's only because I actually like you. None of this would have happened if I didn't. And I like you too, Spirit. Please call me Red. You did it! No, just... I didn't really feel like our lighthouse experience was completed. There was something else that I wanted to show you. Alone, up in the lantern room of the tower. Mind the gutter oppling, it's not that kind of game! Yeah, F, it's not that kind of game! What's that? Hold on a moment, I'm being told, no, wait, it is that kind of game. Disregard the gutter coven. Damn it. Give me, there's no place I'd rather be. Excited to return to the lantern room in this lighthouse despite all the drama and worry that was previously part of this place for you. More importantly, you're excited to be here with Spirit, which makes it all the more crushing. When you're interrupted with the arrival of Claudette and Dwight. Wait, funny seeing you here. Wait, did I say funny? I meant tragic. Tragic? I don't think so. What could be tragic about a family reunion? These are always joyous occasions in my experience. What can I explain what that's even supposed to mean? The lighthouse begins to howl a low, frightening sound. Leans through the glow in a now familiar way. Prepare to shield your eyes in case something bad happens to you again. Now wasn't time for any reality show adjacent shenanigans. Dwight, Claudette, shield your eyes. We don't know what the lighthouse will... I don't know, please don't interrupt. You'd think after all this time you'd know that we've got your best interest in mind. Wait, what? No, of course, I don't think that I got wax in your ears, friend. I asked you not to interrupt. Too late, the black light flares. In the darkness you see something horrible and strange. In the place of Claudette and the light are 2 ghoulish silhouettes. Before you can focus on them, the light passes and 2 survivors are returned to their normal states. It's breezy up here, I should have packed a sweater. What in the hairy hell? Oh, okay. Hey, watch the language. You shouldn't speak that way around your elders. I knew this was coming. Grandpa, my little friend, you're such a woman now. They grow up so fast. What? Umplinger meet Grandma Kazan Yamaoka? Well, technically not just Grandpa. Technically he's my great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandpa, but that's a lot of greats to say in a row. I've seen my little Ren ever since I watched over her from the afterlife when she was just a little girl. I expect you all to say the greats as a matter of honor and respect, except Rin. She can do whatever she wants, my precious little angel, but you... Oni stares at you with his demonic red eyes. You're pretty sure even the decorative third eye on his mask is looking at you. Mongrel, you must treat me with respect, or so help me, I'll be cleaning bits of your head off my Kanabo. Kanabo is like a metal baseball bat covered in spikes. It's used for anti-armor. And sometimes to hit horses. For anyone curious. I'm not sure what a peasant like you is doing so close to a descendant of a noble Yamaoka bloodline in the first place. Dirk Claudine. Dirk Claudine, explain what's going on to me. It's Dwight, sir, and Claudette. Remember, we explained to you that we were going to come meet you with your great-great-great-great-great-granddaughter's suitor to give or withhold your approval. It's like Dirk and Claudine. 5 greats! Great-great-great-great-great-grandfather, sir, your honor, master, sir. Dwight, he's a samurai, not a judge. Grandpa, they must have summoned you here because they think you have great judgment, and because of if they summoned my father, it would be too distracted by torturing him for all eternity to continue with the rest of the whatever this is. Show? Game? Experience? Ah yes, that makes sense. Only a man of my power and magnitude can help. Self-important much? Nice to meet you, Kazan. Only my friends and family call me Kazan. Those who tremble in fear of my presence can call me Oni. You're seeing a serious resemblance to Trapper, not only sheer size of a man, but that Oni is, but also his attitude. Apparently Spirit has a type. You sure can, or want to, measure up to that? Dawns on you that, wait a second, maybe you do resemble Oni. Every time you've tried to look at your own reflection, however, you become dizzy and confused. This defiantly deserves more thought, but now is not the time to consider the fact that you might be some kind of hulking vampire with the first ever case of self-blindness. There's a massive samurai mad dogging you from 2 steps away. Well, you don't scare me at all, so I'll stick with Kazan. Peasant! I realize now the true purpose of my true purpose of my visit is to extinguish your light. Oni waves his kantata in the air at you menacingly, like great-great-great-great-great-grandfather, like great-great-great-great-great-granddaughter, apparently. Hold up there, grandpops, not so fast. You're only supposed to kill them if they deserve it. First, you should get to know them a little better. Young people these days, always waiting to kill people. Always waiting to kill people, insisting they must deserve it. Back in my day, you did what needed to be done because your nobility depended on it. In his day, for such an imposing presence, he sure is giving off serious old man yells at cloud vibes. See, when I was a young man, we didn't have foreigners in our land. We didn't need them. We had an abundance of culture already. Oh, fuck. A little too much if you ask me, but I don't make the rules. The rulers did. Exactly how it should be. Literature, art, commerce, theater, fashion, poetry, puppet shows, ghost stories, courtesans, gambling, fighting, fine dining, fast food, public executions. What were we talking about? Spirit giggles that are great. Okay, I'm not saying all those every time. And Oni's forgetfulness. You wonder, does she even like this guy? She sure hates her father, so... Listen up, old man. We don't have time for you and your list of every activity available to a samurai in the entirety of the Edo period. Silence, peasant! You're showing your ignorance. Samurai were forbade from many activities that didn't befit the Bushido code, such as attending certain theatrical performances, for instance. Sometimes, however, a samurai would put on a disguise in order to seek out entertainment. Now, I'm not saying that I did that, because I had honor, and a body built like an entire castle that is quite hard to hide. But clearly, you had neither my honor, you've neither my honor nor my physique. You don't even know about the ins and outs of the shifting rules of traditional Japanese samurai etiquette, you fool. Rin, what would you want with such an uneducated admirer as this? I find it hard to believe that any contemporary person knows all that much about who was and wasn't allowed to do leisure activities over 100 years ago. However, you're really not sure how to handle this massive demonic old man. Oh wait, I get it. Sweet Ren, my beautiful descendant. You invited me here to do what you're too kind to do. Bash this jerk's head in. Claude Doris, fetch my kanabo. Rin, wrap your robe around this mongrel's hands and hold them still. We'll splatter their brains on the beach together as a family. Grandpa, no, that's not why I invited you here at all. In fact, I did invite you. Claudette and Dwight did. Haha, yes, sure. Wink, wink, wink. This whole saying wink out loud thing is getting out of hand. Him and Trapper really do have a lot in common, don't they? I swear, Oblinger has a good soul and a heart of a warrior. They fought for my love in their own way, faced down death more than once, and put it up with their fair share of nonsense. Nonsense which seems to be endless. Can we, I don't know, wrap this up already? Of course. Who am I to expect anyone to wait around for my approval? I've only been hanging out as a ghost, watching my bloodline be polluted by cowards and quitters for 5 generations. Just come, give your ancestor-in-law a hug. Sword drawn, Oni beckons you closer. There's no way he's ever hugged anyone in his entire life. I think I'm good over here, actually. Rin, now, push them my way and I'll split them in half. The sacrifice of this usurper to the Yamaoka bloodline will surely bring us back to life and set us back on the course of honor. You're so silly, Grandpa. We both know that only one sacrifice can get our family back on track. Revenge on my father, your great-great-great-great-grandson, traitor to the Yamaoka name. The lust for violence in your voice, it fills me with cheer. I'll never forget who I am. I suppose this is the person you want to be with, to go on your journey of bloody revenge with. I should trust your judgment. The strength inside of you blooms from the same cherry tree that was planted centuries ago by our shared ancestors. If Oplinger ever treats me poorly, you will have my word. On our family honor, I will wield my katana and gut them like a fish. Tear rolls down from behind Oni's demonic mask. You sure want to marry into this? And one last word of advice, my dear girl. The father stuff, don't forget it. But maybe stop focusing so specifically and obsessing on it. What he did, it was awful, but it's already done. Do something for yourself now. Just my 2 cents. Ren, I will see you again soon. Now, let's go, servants Clint and Denise. Return me to the stables. I assume my dragon has been fed and tended to. Yes? Sure. I swear this is still better than dealing with Trapper's dad. Sorry if it was disrespectful of your great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather. He seems like a very special man. I realize I'll never measure up to someone like that, a warrior with a hell of a fashion sense. I mean, that mask. Don't worry, I would never expect you to, or want you to, really. If all I wanted was the biggest brute alive, I'd be down in Trapper's Cave right now, avoiding this his vintage bear traps. But that's not the life I've imagined for myself. This sense of abstract duty, anger at the world changing around me, a lust for blood. That's no way to live. And yet, as you now know, that is the Amaloko way of life. Forever, I am cursed to battle against the dragon that lives inside me, or at least, maybe I was, until now. Call me the Dragon Tamer, baby. Someone wrote that, and someone approved that. Someone was like, "Yeah, no, perfect. Call me the Dragon Tamer, baby." But at least it's not like it like worked, because like in other dating sims that would have been like the right thing to say. You haven't won this game yet. Please don't ruin it. Sorry, I have no idea where that came from. I think we've spent enough time in this lantern room. We should get back to the beach. The moonlight sets a romantic mood as storm clouds roll in and surround the black lighthouse. You know, the sun might have set, but if we wait long enough, it will rise again. There we go! Got the robe off. She robed, showing her strappy black bikini. Her pale skin glows under the light of the moon. Maybe help you get a head start on applying tomorrow's sunscreen. Again? I mean, yeah, of course, last time was, well, I definitely felt more connected to you afterwards. Totally agree with you. I kinda just asked you as a goof, but I really enjoyed it. I swear though, if you tell anyone about this, I will not be labeled a foot freak. Not that there's anything wrong with feet, it's just that something about that kind of attention really gets people talking. Steady, steady. Oh no. Do this again. This is us having sex, I guess. No. I'm screwing it up. God, that's so goddamn hot. I love feeling your hands sliding up and down my feet between my toes. My skin has never been more moist. Get up here right now. You find a towel to wipe off your lotion hands. Spirit grabs you and pulls you in close. Her lips lock onto yours. Her lips lock onto yours. They're surprisingly soft and warm. The sensation is incredible. Clouds cover the moon, and you find yourself on the beach with Spirit in complete darkness. You feel the narrow straps of her bathing suit come undone and come to life, snaking through the air, wrapping around your body, lifting you up off your feet. Come here, you. This is what it feels like to fly. Spirit pulls you close. Bits of glass press into your flesh, pain and pleasure mix and wash over you like the ocean. Salty air stinging your skin as you writhe against your undead lover. The lighthouse howls. In the darkness, you're pretty sure that Spirit lets the dragon inside of her take over. If it kills you, you're sure it'll have all been worth it. Clouds part just as you manage to pull yourself, exhausted, away from Spirit. That's how stuff we learned when I was having the best night of my life. Spirit drags her fingertips over the sharp end of the glass shard. Keep it. Consider it a memento. I've got plenty more where that came from. Drive to the beach to find Claudette and Dwight waiting for you. Now's the time, Opplinger, to face your destiny. Actually, about that.
It's done.
Wait, can we talk privately? Maybe not here. Maybe someplace else would be better for this talk. You know how I feel about schedules, Spirit. Very strongly. You know how I feel about you know how I feel about you telling me what to do. Don't do it. Like I said, I'd rather have this talk with Opplinger privately. It's not right to do it here in front of everyone. You know, from my experience in upper management at my father's mine, I learned that if you're going to fire someone, it's best to do it in public so they don't freak out. Please, enough of the fire talk. Wait, you think, no, she couldn't be. They seem so in love. Well, I mean, not really. Spirit is still Spirit. But I tried to manage Spirit in love. I suppose she hasn't attempted to murder Opplinger yet, so... Okay, fine. Your guess is as good as mine, really. That girl is very hard to read. Word of advice, though, if you're going to end it quickly. In my experience, the more pathetic the creature, the more annoying the final howls are. I don't need any advice. Everyone out! Except for Opplinger. Someone say Final Howls? It's kind of my whole jam. I can stay, right? Grapefruits and Trat. Chickers here. Can stay, right? Especially you. Out. Lay. Spirit. You feel something awful hanging in the air. More awful even than the lingering smell of the Cleaver body spray. Oh, that gag. I'm gagging. We're all gagging for Cleaver body spray. Spirit, Rin, I don't know what you plan on saying, but before you say anything, just know I really, really enjoyed my time with you. Getting over the past few days helped me get to know myself. For that, I just wanted to say thank you. It's sweet. You're welcome. And you know what? It's that kind of thing that shows me you've got a good heart inside you. Too good for me to carve out and toss into the ocean, but also too good for me to love. I need someone who shares my interests, someone I can connect with, someone jaded and dispassionate, only driven forward by the desire for revenge. I need someone who isn't so warm that I feel cold in comparison. I need someone who isn't you. Can we just be friends? I don't know if we're gonna ask that. Just know, if we're not friends, we'll probably become enemies, and I will destroy you. Friends it is! Glad you have it here. I'm glad to have you here for me when I need you, but also not too close when I don't. So yeah, I'll see you around. Wait, what? That's it? That's how this ends? You're just gonna leave me here? I'm not sure I'd use the word ends, and for that matter, I wouldn't even say that I'm leaving, but us, we're definitely through. The fact that you can't see that, well, it just proves that we were never really belonging together anyhow. Spent all this time on this island doing everything I can to get to know you, only to be told that I should leave the chocolate factory through the side door. I don't know what that means. Anyway, I said goodnight, Opplinger. See you around. Sorry, what a bummer. Why'd she keep saying like, she'll see me around? Gosh, I have no idea. I got friend-zoned! So my precious killers lived happily ever after as they should, learning to love themselves first and foremost. While trapped in a never-ending cycle of torture of my design. Wait, did I spoil my true identity? You made it this far. You should probably know that. Then you'll have to play again to find out more. See? Again and again and again. Forever. And that's finishing one of them. Finished the full game once. And then the credits. What's the other achievement that I got? That's being friend-zoned, I'm assuming. Didn't find love, we found friendship that will last forever and ever and ever. Yeah, okay. Alright, so we're going to be playing this game Monday, Tuesday, with... We're going to see all the endings, we're going to do everything we can. Oh, just kidding, we're not. I think once was enough. I might... Obviously, I can't get rid of the game, so I'm going to have it forever. If it ever happens again, or where we want to see this a second time, sure. Not next week, though. Still not a fan of dating sims. Like, this game did not change my mind about dating sims. But this was good. I definitely enjoyed the writing a lot more than I thought I would. And I'm glad people were here to see it, because that would have been even worse without all the grapefruits every time Trickster showed up. Playing this just alone to no one would have been really sad, I think. The thing I'm really curious about is, was the Trickster ending thing an actual, like, hey, you can do this? Or were they just being like, hey, you're gonna have to play this game a bunch of times? You'll never convince me to play Persona 5. No way. Like, that's gonna be like 80 hours of dating sims and like with other stuff in between this. I don't know, not into it. Actually, can you imagine a game like this? Just like a visual novel that's 80 hours long? Oh my god. Hey, I follow that guy on Twitter, the art director. Wow, look at all those fonts. All the Adobe fonts. They used Spine, Shader Forge, and Unity. And just kicks you out to the main menu. Yep. Cool. Obviously, don't have the time to do that again. Or really, that was like the perfect amount of time. Like that lasted 3.5 hours. Well, a little less than that. So, yeah. That's it for me. that was fun. I actually had fun. Monday will be the end of the quarry. With the White Wolf ending, we'll actually be finishing the game, getting all the evidence, and maybe seeing the epilogue. And then Tuesday we'll be finishing Hat in Time, which means Stray will be the end of Monday if I finish early. And then Resident Evil 1 on the PS1 will be taking the place of Hat in Time. And then, of course, next Friday is more Dead by Daylight, and I don't have any plans for next Saturday. Because Saturday is my weird fun day where I do dumb shit like this, if I think of it. But yeah, thanks everyone for joining me. That was a lot of fun. And I will see you all on Monday for the finally the ending of the quarry. So take care and good night.